Welcome to the Trophyz and Medalz podcast, where we discuss sports, fashion, music, and entertainment. Where trophies are temporary and medals are forever. What side are you on? Welcome back to the Trophyz and Medalz podcast. With your boy Batman with the Ebbtide Crew. We got Raheem Godell, Tony Love, Ebbtide King in the building. What's good, fellas?
Alive and hurting.
So we got a lot of cover. We've been on a little hiatus, you know what I'm saying? Little winter storm, little Valentine's Love Day, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's been like a month we haven't been recording, but lot to cover. We'll go over, of course, the winter storm that impacted some of us. We'll be going over the Tiger Woods accident, Meek Mill's risque, Kobe lyrics, Cam Newton arguing with children, and more. But first thing first, how was y'all experience in Texas for that week with that winter storm?
It put the icing on the cake that Texas ain't shit.
That's the first thing came to mind as the shit was happening.
Texas is not the energy state it claims to be.
They are just the robbery state of energy, is what they are.
Yeah.
This was that when I tell you that was a week of living hell. Week of living hell, because basically that Monday, aka that was my daughter's 21st birthday. I was supposed to move to my new spot and everything. What I wake up to, no electricity. Off the rip. So by 10 o'clock, the cold was getting real. So what I had to do, turn on that damn car, warm up the car. Sat in the car for like good 30, 40 minutes, let it warm up, hoping that electricity eventually come on.
Still a lot of people did that. Yeah. After a while, it's like, you know what? This ain't looking good for the home team.
Yeah.
Another move has to be made.
Yeah, did that. We got warm in the car. We just still toughing it out, hoping that the shit gonna pop on. Then by like 1 o'clock, we in these streets looking for food. Oh my goodness. Good luck with that.
Mm-hmm.
When we finally found something around 4 o'clock, it took us still a whole hour to get that food at KFC.
Damn.
I mean, we was gone for 4 hours before we went back home. And then we came back home, still no electricity. And that's when we had to suck our pride and go on stay by my sister. Because she had electricity and everything and shit. We was over there for 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Nobody died?
No, it was cool. It was chill. It was a day. Hey, it could have went left, but we had enough space where everybody was good to go though. So we had plenty of space, but shoot, stayed there for 4 days.
I mean, we learned a lot, or at least I did, about the greed of Texas with the private energy thing. Like,
I didn't know it was that real. I knew it was there, but I didn't understand. I guess you didn't fully understand the severity of how much control these nitwits actually had this shit. I didn't know to that extent.
Well, it made sense to me because I remember when I stayed in Texas, I was like, the first thing I remember when moving there is like, okay, well, here's your options of electric companies. Like, you got 4 or 5 different options that you can go with. And I was like, I ain't never had that shit before. You move in Louisiana, it's LP and L. That's it. Or Entity, whatever it is now.
Yeah, the energy now is still in there.
Yeah, so it's like you didn't have options. It was like, no, this is what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? Almost for the most part here in Georgia too, with Georgia Power. There's a couple of other ones that they have, but I didn't know it was that serious. Like they just, something that's supposed to be essential, you making that shit a private money grabber. You know what I'm saying? So, Texas said, "Fuck that. We gonna have our own grid."
Yeah, which like I said,
Nah, the day the lights went off for me, I had meat on in my smoker going, and all the electricity went out an hour before I was supposed to take it out, and all that went to my family because they ain't had done. We couldn't warm up nothing. So I was like, y'all don't want none of this. Had all this deer. I had deer meat, baby back ribs, some brats.
You thought you was gonna be living good for a couple of days.
Yeah, now Tony Love, I'm not gonna lie. I thought honestly, I thought y'all would have had a generator, man, because being in Houston and the floods and how the electricity is known for going out more in Houston, especially the size house that y'all have, I thought y'all had a generator.
No, we didn't do that. My neighbor across the street, he was the MVP. He got one after Harvey. Runs on natural gas. He never lost power once. That thing kicked on immediately. He had the lights by his pool going, all the lights outside. This is like, man, Steven, you ain't shit.
Yeah, my uncle and my brother got theirs. Got like you said, due to the storms.
Yeah, because my mom is so big on this. She said whenever anybody buys another house, she wanted everybody to get the Generac joint, the solar energy joint, rather than the actual regular generator, because it's just built and it just holds the power much longer.
Yeah.
And and as long as that sun is beaming on that bad boy, you good to go.
Yeah, that's what me and that snitch been talking about getting.
Yeah.
So I know they got a program or something out here where they help you finance it.
Right, exactly. They got programs right now that you pretty much you only pay so much, and then they'll actually give you a tax break for having it. So that's another thing going on right now too. I saw when you post that too.
Well, it was a combination thing. Not only people losing power, but then there's no water. I got a friend of mine in Houston. He's in his complex. They put up a sign and roped off the freaking pools, talking about don't use the pool water or don't use the fountain water. Like they was using that to flush their toilets and shit. And I'm like, bro, it's fucking wintertime. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I think I could understand the pool part of it because of the chlorine. So somebody's, draining that shit. That's one thing. But the fountains, nah. Let the people get that.
But I mean, even with the chlorine, it don't matter. The pool water, you just using it in your toilet. It's not like you using it to cook something with or something.
Right.
It's like
I mean,
you just using it to
might
flush.
be dumb enough to do it.
Yeah,
they might have some people dumb enough to do it, but still, the fountain is where I draw the lines. Like, come on, man, it's the fucking fountain.
There was people dumb enough to bring their barbecue grill inside. And
it was a lot of fires going on through these, through Texas. That's for sure too. So
carbon monoxide poisoning and all that, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to tell a couple of people, like, yo, if you go in your garage, please crack your damn garage though. Mm-hmm. It's like just crack it some. And even if you outside, crack your back window a little bit. Don't even if you are outside, just crack it just to be on the safe side. It still ain't a smart thing to sit there for that many hours in it, also running like that with all the windows up.
Yeah.
So and a lot of this was a very interesting, trying time, but we definitely do because we went too long without any kind of snow going on here. So it was due. It just say, hey, we just gonna hit you all at one time for the last couple of years. We ain't give y'all nothing.
But they were warned, back during the Super Bowl blizzard in Dallas, they were warned in that they needed to make changes to the system.
Yeah,
they needed
to NBA All-Star when I was still staying there too.
And also, mm-hmm.
They were told they need to make changes and left it up to these companies. And companies like, man, fuck that.
It's too much money.
It's too much. Yeah, they said too much money. This only happen once every damn 5 to 10 years. We ain't about to invest in that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the gist of that. Just to basically Texas being cheap, but they're gonna feel a wrath for this go around because now they got too many corporate headquarters here in the state now that they can't afford to go black like that, and they're still trying to make sure keeping all the rest of their companies around the country still on point while the headquarters is shut down like that. They're not trying to hear all that, so they're gonna have to now finally for once invest in some money to keep everything afloat. going forward. So the pressure gonna be coming down on them after this foolery.
Yeah. Have y'all heard anything about the electricity bills or the gas bills? Because I know they've been saying in the paper that there's supposed to be some crazy shit coming, but
yeah, some people have been hit with them $7,000-$10,000 bills and everything just out the blue. Because it's basically, and then there's a lot of people that did that shit that got hit by that because they got that auto pay.
Yeah, if you got your auto pay on, turn that shit off. If you listen, turn that shit off ASAP because they gonna
I've never been a fan of auto pay for 1 second ever because of the fact, like you said, you get hit with that wrong bill and that shit it hits and it's gone. And then they ain't never reimbursing you back. So I'm like, why the hell would you ever do auto pay?
Yeah, I've seen people with their mortgages have shit on auto pay and say like their taxes go up or they get double billed by accident for the insurance and they should be going up like $5,000. They'd be like, why is my account getting hit like this? And sure enough, they fucking escrow deficient and shit like that. So,
and I wish they got to the point where, you know, when you pay your bill, then when they ask you, hey, you qualify for auto pay, do you want to enroll? Take that shit off. How many times we got to sit up there?
Man, that shit that every single time, man. I hit no thank you every time.
Maybe later.
Nah.
I would say that the only thing I do auto pay is my insurance.
Yeah.
My auto insurance. That's the only thing I do because you know that's not going to be anything extra crazy because they already billed you for the 6 months, so you know what it's going to be once they break it down. Anyway, that's the only thing I do auto pay. Anybody else? No. I will split your ass up in a hot minute or fucking make sure it's paid all whenever it needs to be paid off. But no, doing no goddamn auto pay with the rest of this shit.
Any other shit? Alcohol consumption during that fucking week.
Woo, that was one thing was open. The liquor store was open. They was open. I said, no, actually it worked. Like a lot of people wasn't thinking about that. I said, y'all some fucking amateurs. Y'all showing the fuck ain't from Louisiana. But I'm like, because I was so ecstatic when I went in there, I saw it was open. I'm gonna grab that brown liquor ASAP. I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to stay warm now.
Yeah, I had a few glasses of scotch, about a 5. Kept you warm.
Hell yeah.
Empty 2 bottles.
See? Gotta get through it.
Oh, but I will say this. I mean, I don't know if y'all talked about this yet, but I do appreciate being from Southern Louisiana now. With all this stuff that's going on, you learn when you go to other places. We are not. Hey, what's going on? All right, again. Hey, come on. Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, right. He ain't got no teeth.
Hey. No, Dad. I will say, like, growing up in Louisiana, I would just say, like, growing up in Louisiana is like a different type of norm, right? So it's kind of like a situation where going through these situations like cold weather and stuff like that, it's like, it ain't nothing, you know what I mean? Because we've been through it all. Yeah. I mean, as kids, floods, power outages for a week.
Mm-hmm.
We adjust, you know what I'm saying? I think here in Texas, they're not necessarily used to that type of stuff. So when it does happen, it seems like the world is falling, where we thrive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything got hit them suddenly. Like, they known for these damn tornadoes and shit. We don't get tornadoes. Like, we ain't known about that shit just out the blue, all some fucking tunnel of fucking wind wants to come fuck up some shit out the blue on your ass. We ain't used to that. We get the hurricane, we get at least a couple of day warning, like, yo, you better get the fuck out of town. Or if you're not gonna get out of town, then brace yourself to what you're gonna deal with. You already know a couple of days you'll be out of power, this or that. So we already been accustomed to dealing with this type of a lifestyle, to where these fools beyond panicking and don't know how to deal with shit. I mean, dog, like the amount of stores I went into that was just empty of product. And then your electricity went out. Then now you can't cook none of that fucking shit you bought. It was a humbling thing to these dumbass fools here. Like I said, I mean, you watching the whole meat department gone. Like, motherfucker, what the heck gonna happen if you don't got no electricity?
Clearly wasn't thinking about that. All they was
wasted meat. You just had all that wasted that shit. You need to find shit that y'all can eat without like no electricity.
The crazy part is they probably wasn't even thinking about barbecuing. I know that used to be our thing. Like, it's like, okay, well, shit, the power gonna be out. At least we can pull out the grill. And do that shit for a couple of days and just whatever is in the freezer, just defrost that shit and put it on the grill. And
but you saw that too, right? But you saw that on if you saw anybody on Instagram grilling, you saw they were only black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, now, dude? Not many white folks because they got their propane tanks. And then what happened? You can't use that fucking propane tank like you want to because that shit done froze on your ass.
Yeah, I had to give away 2 of my propane tanks. I think one of them was like almost empty, and the other one was like halfway full. And people were just like surprised. It was like, you just carried this in the house? Like, yeah, I got 2 bags of charcoal. You know what I mean? like I'm already ready for this or whatever. It's, you know,
boils and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you know, so it was like it's just amazing how like the people they don't know how to survive here. There's no survival mode here at all. But like he said, us being from southern part, we know that better than, you know, like we disregard the northern part. Anything above Alexandria, we don't relate to them people because you know they out of Texas and Mississippi people.
You pushing Alexandria's kind of far. Shit, maybe Opelousas.
You may be right. Yeah, maybe Lafayette probably would be the cutoff point. You may be right.
Alexandria's okay. I'll spend some time there.
You got 50-50. You got naive and common sense in between. Like, so it just depends on where most of their family from. If they're from the northern side, good luck. If they're from the anything going down, they got some sense.
That's us every summer. Every summer.
So yeah, so that was just that. But then for it to snow all the way to Galveston was mad crazy though.
Like, I don't know if y'all saw the map when it was showing like the weather. Like, the only place that had any kind of heat above 35 degrees was just the coast. You know what I'm saying? Us in Atlanta, up to North Carolina, to New York or whatever. I guess, you know, some of the heat coming off of the ocean and stuff. But yeah, it was like literally everything in between was fucking 20 and below.
Yeah.
Like even in Louisiana, it was fucking in the 20s and the teens and shit. So
it was the red states, bro. Let's be realistic.
You know, I kind of thought that same thing too. I was like, boy, that's that karma for your ass for this election. So we're gonna show y'all dumb asses.
So it's you know, DJ and them, they never lost any power, so that was good.
Okay.
So they was
they was in Richardson. Yeah, they was in Richardson. But you know what? They're right up the street from that goddamn State Farm.
But but that's not true though, because one of my employees is in Richardson too, and he ain't had no power. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like it was random. So it was like
it was mad. Okay, then I guess then because
that was another thing. Is like, you know, people, you know, you couldn't say it was fucking you know, follow the money type of deal because people in Plano was assed out like all week and shit like that. So that shit was just just didn't make no sense. They talking about doing rolling blackouts. That's I don't think that shit really happened.
Oh, it happened a little bit because
a
little bit, yeah. Because like I'll say this about my sister, you know, she live in Allen and she works at the Allen hospital right there. So she like my sister like less than 2 miles from her job. Pretty much all week the electricity was on, but then once they did they had a little run of rolling. It was on for 30 minutes, cut off for 30 minutes, back on for 30 minutes. And they only did that like 4 times, and then after that it was back on completely. Yeah, so they didn't even do it for a long period of time.
For the rolling blackouts, they did it once for us, and it just went off for an hour.
But see, I mean, but I know I had 8 to 10 hours with no power. So, but I kind of find it funny that you had 30-minute intervals because I used to be like, what the fuck am I doing 30 minutes?
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? If you don't give me rolling blackouts, whatever, at least do it like for an hour or 2. You know what I mean? So we can at least charge up our devices, you know what I mean? Or
it's something accomplished, yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of heard people kept saying it was every 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah. Like I said, where I was at with my place, that shit was off damn 4 days. That shit did not come back on till Thursday evening.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as we got it back on, that Thursday evening, we came home all good. Like, all right, so I'm back in. Fucking next morning, Friday morning, freaking damn alarm, the sprinkler alarm system goes off because then had a leak. One of the sprinkler systems in one of the apartments above us had leaked, and then it shut off, and then it set off the alarm. And then when that came, the fire department came over and it turned off all the water in the building.
True.
And I don't think that water didn't come back on till this past week. So it was off for the whole week prior after we moved out of there. And they were telling us to stay there still.
Fuck that.
And that's why we got the hell out of there and moved to a whole other spot. But like I said, and that was another adventure, trying to find a new spot.
Yeah. So crazy week. But let's take a quick break and we can come back and we can talk about Cam Newton's encounter with the teenager at camp.
All right.
All right, next up, jump briefly to NFL. So I know we're a couple weeks late, but I still want to talk about this because I know in the past I had to deal with kids, and I wish Twin was on with this. Cam Newton at a camp, the 7-on-7 camp, got into it with a teenager. Teenager basically called him a bum, you're a free agent, this, that, and the other. Me personally, I felt like he shouldn't even gave that kid that much attention. You know what I'm saying? As far as responding to him on that shit, as far as stretching it out. He should have just fucking shut his ass down like, nigga, I'm a grown ass man, get the fuck. And then pretty much that's it. But going back and forth talking about I'm rich and this and that and the other, I think it gave the kid, too much shine and attention that he didn't deserve.
The catch to that is, you know where the kid was from though, right?
Where he was from, I didn't see that part.
He's from the New York area.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense the way his stance was. He's spitting on the ground and shit.
His energy, that's a different kind of aggression and anger. You know how them damn New Yorkers have that can get under somebody's skin a lot quicker than somebody else will show more appreciation. He's from the Philly area.
Okay.
So now that you know,
even with that,
but they just got this natural hate in their soul off the rip. So like there will never, it's nothing you could ever say to them that's gonna ever make them see anything different. They just feel like this. They just gonna spit out negative energy off the rip. It's just in their DNA. Mm-hmm. They're just naturally angry people. Like the love for life does not matter to them.
Yeah, that shit was just like, to me, like I said, I coach teenagers, and you know what I'm saying? Like I think I was seeing some of my recent posts I put in my stories, like some of the funny shit that me and some of my players still talk about. It's like, oh, they're gonna test your nerves. But it's like, it's also to a certain extent. Like I ain't never had no shit like that. Like this nigga straight up just disrespectful, calling you a bum. Like, nigga, I'm an MVP. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy part about it, when Cam was asking him, what did you do in your game? He ain't nothing to say. Like, he ain't do nothing. They're talking about, oh, he fast. Like, that's not an answer to what did you do.
See. Oh, y'all know that would have been perfect for me to handle that situation. This would have been right up my alley.
All he needed to do was be in the wheelchair, and it would have been right up your alley.
Like, he didn't even need to be in the wheelchair. I'd have been like, security.
Right,
this fucking much. Peasant. All of this says security. Get this fucking peasant out of my camp.
Just have him removed.
This is my camp. This is my camp.
And then if you want to pull him to the side after the fact, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Next year, if you get your act together, then we can do this better.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely should have been no extended conversation like that.
Nah, I just had security. I just said, security, get this peasant up out of my fucking camp. And that's it. That's all you need to say. Like, he's not worthy of he's not on the level of you to speak in his behalf. It's your camp.
Right.
And he got to know to talk to you on your camp? Nah, get this. I just feel like security. Get this fuck out
But
of here.
if you know Cam, he will go back and forth with the crowd. He's known for that. So
Where he from? Where he from?
He's from Georgia, right?
Yeah. What part of Georgia?
Atlanta.
Decatur.
Okay.
I believe.
Do we need to say anything else?
Stop it.
Hey. Have people already not questioned him enough as is?
I mean, I definitely think that was part of the kid felt he can test him.
Exactly. Hey, when you dress a certain way, what kind of attention you think you're gonna get?
They're gonna question it.
Yeah.
Side note on that, and this was something I found personally funny. When it was like, what did you do? And he's like, the other teammate was like, well, he fast. When we was growing up, that used to be our thing. You'd be hooping. And he was like, your boy good? Oh, he played D. That means he trash. That means he trash. That means we attacking him.
If you only, you can only think of the best thing that will help him to benefit to be out there. That means that's all you have. You have nothing else to give.
Yeah, he trash.
Right.
That's usually the consensus. 95% of the time, yeah, he trash.
He fast. I mean, a lot of
energy
in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. He hustles.
High motor.
Yeah, high motor. That's what I'm looking for. High motor.
See, right there, when the nigga
they
told
me, that shit out for linemen.
Yeah, when I heard they said he fast, so you tig in, you jing, tag in, jazz son, butterfinger ass nigga.
What's the other dude that was a Raider? Was Hayward Bay?
Hell yeah, you Hayward Bay? That's your cousin? See, like that's why I'd have been going on a list of this name and other fast people that wasn't shit that made it into the league. Like means that you ain't gonna make it in my camp that long. But that's the thing that irked me the most is this is his own camp that he going back and forth with. Just remove this little bastard and just call it a day.
Or this is the other thing. I'll tell him line up, defend me. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's go out and run some routes. Let me see if you can guard me then. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm a free agent and I'm trash. What Cam? 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah. You know what though? That would have been a good thing. Yeah, go on and guard me in the slot position.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, jam me if you want.
Blast his ass one good time. And his whole life would have flashed before his eyes.
Nah, he just should have had him removed. Anything else after that?
Yeah, that's why I said that was for me. That was meant for me to have. Like I'd have just said, get this. I said, security, get this little peasant out of my fucking camp. My camp. I just said, and I made sure, get him out of Rashawn Highland camp. It says his name after me. You hit off. We invited you to my shit. I will remove you from my shit since you want to disrespect me. And it's just that simple.
Hit him with the OJ the Juice Man, not Juice Man, Orange Juice Jones.
Yeah.
Don't bring your bag.
But the kid knew he did wrong. He put out that little apology because he still got to get into these colleges and shit.
That's what I'm about to say. He only put out that apology because he know on recruiting trips that's going to be the first question going to be asked. Are you coachable? Oh yeah, I'm coachable. Yeah. Well, how about this video? Tell me how that sounds coachable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that definitely. In the moment, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell DJ.
That's why Cam gave him an out clause. He gave him an easy out clause. See, if you'd have just kicked him out of there,
he'll been around.
It wouldn't have been done for him. He wouldn't have a rebuttal. It was nothing he could do to protect or save himself.
At that point. Yeah.
Right. You just automatically you junior college or D3 now, automatically off of GP. I don't even think you'll get D2.
No, he going to middle. I don't see high school. I see military academy, then junior college.
See?
Damn.
That's how far I put him down.
And then another thing too, he talking about he got speed. He looked like 5'9"-ish. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if he's supposed to be,
he looked like he basically looked like me in my prime. So I look at this little ass nigga. Like you ain't. To talk that crazy and you ain't even showed it on the field yet, you mad crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, fun times. Like I said, it brought back memories.
Right.
These arguing over substitution patterns and shit like that.
Because even Jalen, you know, you saw how Jalen broke that down too. Like Jalen even said, I've had a lot of people even come at me in that level, but you know what? I just ignored them and kept it moving because I'm like, you just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what goes into that, getting to that point. It's not even not too many people get to that point where they lose at, you know, because your team may call the timeout when they weren't supposed to.
They try to throw at him. Oh, Kobe scored 81 on you, which Kobe really didn't score 81 on him.
He scored 81 on all of them.
Exactly. It ain't just me.
It's partials.
Because even Greeny helped out Jalen and said, you know what? He only scored really 18 points on you. The rest of the team.
Only 18.
He broke it like, no, I'm not gonna let you go out like that. Like he tried to save him, you know, saying, nah, man, you ain't give up all them points.
I don't know. I tell people all the time, it's like, dog, y'all be talking about dudes that's on the bench in the NBA, going at them like they trash. I'm like, y'all can't handle into people from overseas, like the cats that went to college and you know didn't get to the NBA and playing in Europe and stuff like that. It's like, man, I played against some of them cats and they will kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what you think you're gonna do with somebody with the same skill set at 6'7"? The fuck?
Exactly.
So people be getting that irrational confidence, man.
Yeah.
Until I think the other part about it, you seen it on TV, you don't realize how big and how fast these athletes are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I say that quickness in real time is.
Yeah. I mean, you know what though? We was very fortunate to have someone on our block that played in that league, in NFL, to kind of help us understand that.
First person, like that used to be my thing. It's like it make no sense for somebody that big to be shuffling their feet that fast.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, and then still be that strong, just moving you with one hand. Like, man, I know I'm a $150, but shit.
Yeah. I should not be guided. I should be, you know, guided around here just gracefully. And that's when the hand check was around. So that's all he wanted to do was hand check the shit out our little asses. Like, come on, man, really?
And then you try to hit him with the Jordan swipe and the hand don't move. Like, he's like, like, well, fuck it, pull ups. You know what I'm saying? I was taller than him, so I could at least get the jump off.
He used to like playing the guy because I used to bump the shit out of him too. Like, okay, he the only one guarding me.
Yeah.
Rest of y'all don't even try. They used to love going up against.
I mean, I used to be able to at least contest his shot. You know, if I could keep him on the perimeter, you know what I'm saying, with the long arms, I used to be able to at least bother the shot and shit. Like, but once he determined that he gonna go to the rack, then that was a problem.
Yeah, and I was the only one not rap tight to try to take a swing at him. So it is what it is.
All jumpers.
Mm-hmm.
I had to swing at him though. He's getting on my goddamn nerve. I'm too light for this shit. I'm like, motherfucker, you're too fucking big for this shit. You're like, I'm tired of your shit. And I took a swing. And I learned the hard way. Hey, life goes.
Also in NFL, what y'all feel about Russell Wilson claim to trade or no trade? I didn't ask for a trade, but these are the places I would like to go.
Yeah.
That passive aggressive shit.
And then T.D. Cantrell put out a video trying to get his ass. I'm like, girl, chill out. Drew might come back.
But that's another thing. Like Drew ain't even saying anything yet. So
yeah, he holding us hostage right now, man. I hate that shit.
Well,
no, he's a free agent anyway. Y'all ain't got to resign.
No, he's on a contract. It was 2 years.
We got one more year,
He restructured it to the vet minimum.
Oh, okay.
But he got to me, is messed up because he needs to make a decision before the draft kicks in.
Well, no. Y'all, he had a league minimum. Fuck all that. He sit his ass on that bench. Y'all fucking he took the discount. And y'all ain't gotta fucking sit there and cater to that shit.
Hold up. So for me or whatever the situation is, there were moments where he did not take a discount with the last 3 signings or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm kind of like, I don't really give a fuck at this point because I don't think, this is me personally, I don't think his arm strength will ever get better to where he can actually have,
done.
It's done.
I mean, Brady just made it worse for him now, but because of what he just pulled off in this last run, and he's a year older.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing with Brady or whatever. It's kind of like a situation where you never really had like a shoulder injury like that what Drew had. You know what I mean? So over time. So it's
the only injury was that he tore his ACL that one year. That was it.
But still, but like Drew got to just accept the fact it's over. Come on, man. Like, dude, you 42. It ain't like, I get it if you was damn, dude. We so used to watching quarterbacks be done at 36, nigga. Like, god damn. Nigga, like you ain't like at a prime number here. We watch everybody fall off by the age of 36, 37 in our lifetime.
It was always a competition between him and Tom.
And well, he got to hold that L now. Shit, damn, Tom is the GOAT.
Yeah, it's accept reality right now.
Like, damn, the man got 7 rings, you got 1. You ain't catching up with that.
I knew they was gonna win it all. That pass before halftime, that touchdown pass before halftime against Green Bay. Yeah, they're like, this ain't. He gonna be here a while. He already said he coming back. God damn.
Yep.
Everybody screwed.
Well, he said to 45. He said 1 more year, 45.
And that's so fucked up that nobody believe him. It's like, all right.
Sounds good.
Okay. Oh, he really ain't leaving that shit. Okay. Really?
You know what I'm saying? So, shit. God bless him.
True.
But
well. This is something we might need to speak on the back end, but I don't like this Bomani thing that y'all want to label me with. That's all I'm going to say.
What are you talking about? The typical New Orleans nigga?
Yes.
So for those that don't know or don't follow Bomani Jones, like on his podcast, he always has interesting descriptions of people from New Orleans. Basically saying at one note, they don't give a fuck, they'll fight you at any moment. You know what I'm saying? And then after that fight, they'll go back and read some poetry, go listen to some Never Gonna Let You Down. You know what I'm saying? Just go listen to some classical music or some shit like that. And Ebbtide King 100% fits that description.
I don't like this energy.
It's a fact. Your old lady said it's a fact. And I forgot what meme I made when it was like, this nigga beat you in basketball and then go inside and go listen to what song you had said, Total Love.
I said I'll put a Sting shape of my heart.
Yeah, go listen to some Sting, go listen to some
George Michael
or some shit like that. This nigga out here dunking on baseline, reversing and shit like that, and then going back inside, listen to some George Michael.
Yeah, I didn't like all that, man. Like, yo, this shit didn't sit well with me, man. Like, yo, like I gotta be that guy, like, cause in the midst of that, I found this instrumental thing on Apple Music, dude. I was zoning out to it. She's like, I don't get you. She's like, how you just get this jam out to this just instrumentals, no words behind this? You so cool and calm, and then in 1 minute you got all this aggression. Sometimes, like, I don't like to be labeled like this, yo.
It's not just you. I think it's majority of us.
Yeah, my kids get on me like, why you got it on the Jazz channel? Damn, I left it on. I had it on the Disney channel. You gonna put it on? Hey, I was just sitting up there chilling, going through my phone. Nice little background music, man. Just keep it mellow.
Yeah,
and then chop him in the chest. She does saying talking about keeping it mellow. Ric Flair chopping.
Yeah, but I like trying to love around and putting it out there. Like,
but I will
like
say,
me.
But no, let's address how I first found this out about you, man. You was helping me move my wash and dry out my storage unit.
Yeah.
And I had some generic little ringtone on my phone, and it was like, man, that sounds like that song back in the day. Oh boy, never gonna give you. I'm like, yeah, what Yeah, Rick Astley. Yeah, that's the song. Okay, man. What's wrong? Why you know that song?
Hey man,
It's a
I'm
nice
like
song.
I'm an
Okay.
80s connoisseur, nigga, to the highest level.
I will, in his defense, this is what I came up with my theory. In the 80s, the movies did have a lot of that on the soundtrack. So a lot of the great action movies and comedies had those 80s pop European stuff.
But I ain't gonna lie now.
World.
But dude, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of 80 movies, I shouldn't even watch it, like 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, freaking Breakfast Club. Like, yo, I watched a lot of freaking movies in the 80s.
Okay, so and speaking of those movies, those PG movies ain't the PG like today.
Hell no.
Like, later next to watch 16 Candles and say, yeah, it's rated PG. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead and watch it. He came back, dude, I saw titties. You said it was PG.
Enjoy.
Exactly.
Your kid's stupid, bro.
Oh shit, that's funny.
But that's a fact. Yeah, the rating is definitely completely different. Oh my
God.
the
energy was way different. When you said PG-13 was very gray area in our days. Told you, man, I saw Scarface at 7 years old in the theaters, so you couldn't tell me nothing.
I mean, there's a lot of shit like that we wasn't supposed to watch. Scarface, New Jack City, fucking Boomerang, Eddie Murphy Raw.
Shout out to Tony Love Daddy. Hey.
Oh man,
that was a great time. That nigga just shipped us over that bitch. Hey, what y'all gonna look at? I threw that out there gracefully. Hey, we want to see Boomerang. Oh, I got you. Y'all look shocked as hell. Like, wait, what? We want to go? Hey, shut the fuck up. We go in here and go watch Boomerang. Don't you say nothing. He ain't right. You see what rated it is. We good money in these streets.
Yeah, no, my dad was always good about that. He took me to see Coming to America when it came out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think there's anything that my dad would not let me watch. Because I know, Snitch was always with me. I don't think it was anything like it was like whatever y'all want to watch. It was just whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think his theory was it's better for us to, see it with him than, you know what I'm saying? So he can explain some shit.
Yeah.
And that's the joy of being at everybody else's house.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't watching that shit in my house. It was remember that tube TV in the front?
Yeah.
My dad would take charge of that and the TV in his room at the same time. I'm like,
matter of fact, I don't even remember ever sitting down and watching TV at your house. Like you said.
No.
Like we did everything but watch TV because we ain't had no rights to it. The best we'll get is listen to some music in the room. Other than that, we got to be either outside or bring the radio outside with us. Ain't no watching no TV.
Or like the only somewhat television I had in my room was a computer monitor that I plugged my Nintendo to play video games. It was a computer monitor. It was not a TV. So.
Oh shit! I always had a TV, one way or the other too. Always.
Ain't nobody
have straight line to the room, huh? Don't look left, don't look right.
Yeah, exactly.
And nobody had the luxury life of Home Depot in the house. You know what I mean?
Hey, now, even before I lived with Raw Holland, I still had a TV in my room always. Even with my mom's, I always had a TV too. I remember one time she on there said, "Oh, I got to give your TVs for so your uncle can have a TV." I said, "I ain't gonna get this TV back, man. I need a TV." Oh, like I said, a month later, oh, I'm sorry, your TV gone. Yeah, because that nigga pawned my shit. I know where it's at. It's gone.
Exactly.
I know what that nigga did to my TV, and I ain't talked to that nigga since.
Over
No,
TV?
I'm dead serious. Like, I really don't rock with him. He lives here in Dallas, and I've not seen him one time.
Wow.
So I tell you, I keep my energy. This is my uncle that's a pimp.
Then go home and listen to some Nita Baker.
Yeah. And I'm actually due to listen to
where my TV at? Oh, you am fine. Sweet love.
Oh man.
I
told somebody that this week though. I was like, man, growing up in New Orleans, like one or two things is going to be introduced to you as a kid off the back: a sport, most likely football, and music, whether it's the band or whatever. So they're gonna give you, you know.
Either gonna be Maze, Anita Baker, Luther,
Tina Marie,
Shaka Khan,
and Shaka Khan.
or,
And then
or
just
like,
randomly everybody and anything jazz. And anything randomly jazz. And then just whatever else you just jammed out to. But that basically that core five we just dropped, that's a gift. That is the fixture of the cities.
But then even if you don't know who they are by name as you grow up,
you know the music.
You hear it, you're like, oh, that's who that is. You know
and Anthony Mackie said it best. New Orleans is the only place where you probably have a world-class musician stay right down the street from you.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or you can go see them on a random Tuesday night
Mm-hmm.
at a restaurant or a bar or whatever and get some world-class music and pay like a $2 cover.
But I've always heard about the New Orleans music scene is that, any musician who wants to get good, you go play in New Orleans clubs. That's like college. You're going to learn.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, it was so competitive. It was like one of those situations where you had to be on your A game in the city because everybody can play the same. Like literally, you live in a city where everybody can play on a high level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. From any walk of life, you can have a crackhead, you know what I'm saying, playing some literally
outstanding. Like word, like you said, note for note, crystal clear. It might be high as a kite though, but nigga shit crisp. Crisp as hell though. And you like, whoa.
hold my antenna.
Exactly. It should be, but he ready and on point. As soon as you put an instrument in his hand, he good to go. He ready to go.
Mm-hmm. So it's
only us in New York can pull that off. I think you got a lot of guys in New York who pull that same thing off than with New Orleans.
Yeah, those are. It was kind of noted that in the music industry, New Orleans, DC, New York area, and California.
San Fran too.
Yeah, in California, on the only three cities where, in most of the industry, guys are professionally playing right now. That circle. But if you look at it,
they circle.
We all can like in some type of way, like
Yeah, all their roots is in the South anyway. That's the bottom line. The roots is down here in the South anyway. Chicago also.
Yeah, I'm about to say Chicago also. Yeah, I'm about to bring that up. Yeah.
Our roots is in all those cities though. We got people all through those cities, but Southern base.
Now I remember arguing with some folks. They were talking. Austin has the moniker they're the live music capital in the country.
What?
And I was like, yeah, that's their little moniker.
Who can fix their mouth to say some dumb shit like that?
I don't know, but I went on Apple Radio, WWOZ, and New Orleans. Yeah, the WWOZ radio top of every odd hour. All right, look who playing tonight. Listen to who playing tonight. Listen how long they talk. There's 20 minutes of this band playing over here, this playing on it, and this is just Wednesday. What the fuck you talking about? Live music?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's 30-something max.
But at the same time, like the same way we say about music, as far as top to bottom, you can say the same thing about food too, as far as cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's something you learn early too in that kitchen. So
yeah.
But yeah, well, back to the original. Yes, you can be psychotic and love classical music and jazz at the same time.
See, I don't like that label, that psychotic part, but then love good music at the same time. I'm not a psychotic pet, but I've been hearing this a lot lately. People have been highly concerned about me, how I move in these streets.
No, but I'm gonna give you a prime example. We all got people that we know that's on the other side of the law, and they can be the most caring and loving people in the world,
True.
At the same time, pull a lick. You know what I'm saying? Once we all go in, so y'all going to hoop? All right, well, I'm going to make this run right quick. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah.
See, I think that's people. Why. I think maybe why I got out. They got me out of the city quicker than I should have been, because I guess maybe I would have been that one of this clique, I guess.
Yeah, right, Livingston.
I was just talking about Livingston yesterday.
That nigga, you see, that Negro that 2011 and see me move at my finest. And that nigga sees that it's another side of me of how I move. I move quick and I move swift. And just because I move quick and swift don't mean it gotta be all illegal, but I do get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Had you been at Livingston, going through the public school record there?
Mm. Livingston and Abe.
I'm gonna pick my sister up at Abe once. I'm seeing 20 dudes sneak up, crawl under the fence to cut school.
Yeah.
Like, go.
Yeah, that's when they lift up the gate even higher. See, me, I used to jump over it. So I was over they had the side gates on the side much lower. That front gate was real. I ain't jumping up that high, but on the side they were lower. But I get what you're coming from. And then we had our infamous neighbor across the street from me, and where the twins used to live, grew fond of me. So we already knew what direction I was gonna go if I'd have stayed put. So yeah. I get where y'all coming.
Went left field.
Yeah, so I was learning some. He was starting to show me some things. So I get where y'all coming from. And look at me. I'm the most like chill one that you would not think about that life.
Look at us now. Who would
have thought? Who would have thought? Like, why you look at me like that? Like, I don't look like, hey, you questioning me? Like, I don't look like, because everybody underestimates me, man. They all think I'm an innocent, quiet person that ain't about that life, or I'm just nerdy.
No, you're not nerdy at all. You've cursed me out over gummies before, so I definitely I didn't even take. So hey, I understand.
Hey, but other people just underestimate me, man, till they find out my other side, and then it's like, oh, my bad. I'm an innocent bystander in these streets. I'm misunderstood. I'm a misunderstood individual in these streets.
You know what? You overly explaining it lets me know it's confirmed. That's exactly right. It just you know what? This is payback for you. You talking about why you ain't called me to help you move, because I was gonna leave you alone.
Hey man, I told you the method of my madness, and why, like, when you play that pose, I laugh because it's like, you know what? That is so me. That's why I don't ask nobody to help me move. Cause you know why? Because I will turn my back on you in a hot that second. Cause that guy named Batman humbled me about I ain't helping nobody else move in life.
Talking about the sofa bed?
Yeah, dude, that sofa bed almost killed us. I said after that, I thought my back was gone. I thought I'm about to be paralyzed. I said I'm done.
I sold that bad boy soon after. I don't know what parts of that thing. That bitch was heavy, dog. Y'all don't understand.
Dude, y'all see how we were struggling coming down them stairs with that sofa bed? We thought we both was gonna die that day.
That's back when I was still in shape.
I was cursing him out too. Oh, because my shoulder was like, what the fuck is you doing?
Never again. I literally sold once we moved in that town. I think I sold it maybe a month later.
And I never moved nobody else's furniture after that day. So when I moved to the new place, it was the first time I physically touched furniture ever. Because I had got movers after.
I don't do that moving. Yeah, I'm about to say I don't do that moving shit no more. I hire movers now. Too old for that shit.
Yeah, because y'all knew I wasn't gonna call. Well, if you know I wasn't gonna call snitch, you sure the hell knew I wasn't gonna call someone else neither. You knew that other person was not being called.
Oh yeah.
You all knew that was gonna go. Y'all have been having an intervention again. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, I mean, I thought you had it all sold up because domestication life or whatever. I thought you were just breezy like Sunday morning.
Hey, well, dude, that was last minute shit. The move was canceled on me. My nigga said, "Yo, we can't do this right now. It's too cold and it's all bad." And then by the time I found a spot, I couldn't call nobody last minute. So me and my nephew, and I called. I went got my nephew, and me and him made it happen in that short amount of time. And shit, he was shocked out. I paid him. I said, "Yeah, I got you, man, dude. This is last minute, my dude. Like, I'm not gonna do. I got $100 for doing nothing. So why would I not give you something for helping me physically do something?"
Yeah, that's how I felt about the floors. I paid my kid and his cousin some money. I was like, you know what? It's getting starting to be that time where I'm starting to understand my limits.
Yeah. This shit real, yo.
Yeah, better utilize them young guns.
Yeah,
that's why I'm getting DJ on them weights. That way he can be strong enough to do this shit around here.
Hidden fact: the oldest is 191.
God,
that's about right.
Yeah, sound about right though. But damn, nigga, heavier than my ass. I'm a $180.
I'm 209 right now. I'm just like,
I'm about to say, I've been told you that. I told you that over the summer. I was like, your days is numbered. When he came and chilled by the house those few days, I was like, oh yeah, he gonna be body slamming his daddy in no time.
Yeah, because we already going through this whole who the strongest phase for like the last 2 years, and it's like,
oh, watch this summer when he come down there. I might have him up in here in the weight room. He gonna come back diesel. He gonna choke your ass out like on Baby Boy.
And then
that's right. Call your wife. Call your wife.
Nah.
Oh,
well, he will be the one that'll be 6 something. I do say him, Austin, Carter might be the short one.
I think Trey gonna tap out like 6'3". He ain't gonna get no taller than 6'3", 6'4", but he gonna be solid. He's just gonna be a taller version of your dad.
I know.
Pretty much. But let's take a quick break and then we can come back and we'll jump into Tiger Woods and the NBA.
Tiger Woods, but I won't.
All right, next up, last week, I believe it was Monday morning, Tiger Woods had a single car accident, had multiple surgeries, seems to be okay, but do you think that's a wrap as far as him trying? Because I don't really know how the recovery and shit gonna look like. I mean, I know my brother has some similar shit, but
I wouldn't say done. I would say done PGA wise. Compared to that, senior tour. Yeah, he'll be fine for that. But coming back,
he's official on the senior tour for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to. I definitely see a senior tour eventually for him. I had a couple of friends that had, like shattered and broken legs and shit like that, and they came back athletic and still able to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can see him definitely
45.
When did Roger break his shit? My brother, he was like in his 30s the second time.
And he just came off his 5th back surgery too. So,
but that was about to get to. It's on top of his other injuries. So, but like I said, I could definitely see him doing senior tour. I think he loves the game too much to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, no. He's gonna not stop playing. But I'm just saying, it's something telling him he needs to sit his ass down for a minute.
Yeah, the level that the intensity that he plays at, he's wearing his body down.
Yeah.
So
yeah, his dad created a monster when it came to him. Like he's not supposed to play golf at this alarming rate that he has played it and everything, and it is taking a toll. And he's still never really lived life.
Right.
That too.
And I think he needs to remove himself from golf for a while to just go live for once, spend time with his kids, travel, just live, and just go through the motions. Step away. I say he might need to step away for 5 years, honestly. come back in his 50s, and he might be a whole totally different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it will be for the best for him in the bigger picture. Because remember, he's been on this shit since what, 3 years old?
Year and a half.
See,
he was swinging clubs.
But that's another thing I was gonna say is like with the injuries. Like I remember I had a friend of mine that plays golf. They was explaining like the amount of torque that he puts on his swing between his back and his knee. Like they were saying, like eventually, you know, those things were going to give out. They were saying that early on, and I didn't really.
Early on.
But
they were saying that about him.
But yeah, so like you said, eventually got to give you.
And he wasn't a dual sport player. And he wasn't a dual sport player like how Jack Nicholson was in his heyday. Like he played multiple sports. And that would make his body be able to adapt to all of the wear and tear. Because, you know, you play multiple sports, so it kind of keeps you more limber. And I don't think these kids don't understand that. You just trying to be a specialist in one thing, but it puts more harm into it. If you play multiple different sports, it keeps you around a lot longer.
Yeah.
You resting certain body parts and using others.
Right. It keeps all of them loose. It keeps all of your body parts loose instead of just putting wear and tear on that same particular routine in motion over and over.
But to put it in perspective, how good, you know, the Tiger is, Tony Gonzalez, he said his senior year of high school, he thought he was going to win the, you know, Mr. Athletic, Mr. California, all sports award. He was all state in basketball, all state in football, and he lost to this little skinny kid who plays golf.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm this Hall of Fame Pro Bowl, you know, I was All-American in college, and this little skinny kid playing golf beat me. And it turned out to be Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, right.
4 years later, Tiger's winning his first Masters.
But but think about that too. How bad was he whipping people ass in high school?
It was bad.
It was bad, man. Tiger was the beast that he was, that we all know him to be. It was worse when he was a kid.
I know, because I never thought about that as like how dominant.
Tiger's probably should have went pro by 14. That's the thing. He should have went pro at 14.
Tiger was beating these kids. These kids were there, you know, they would show up to these tournaments a day before practicing the course and then going into the tournament playing the you know, knowing the little tricks of the course. Tiger would show the day of, never seeing the course, whipping these kids' ass. That's how bad he was.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, he should have been a pro way early. Like, he shouldn't have waited till he was like, what, 19 or 20?
Yeah, he turned pro, when he about 20.
Yeah, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was like 6 years too late. Like, he should have already been pro then. And that's why, like you said, that's why, like, he's honestly, now think about that 6 years, that 6 year gap. If he would have like started that young, he'd have, that's more like 51. His body is more like a 51, 55-year-old than a 45-year-old. Yeah. So that's how the level his is. His body is actually a decade older than what it needs to be.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
As a golfer, that's how much the level he was already on. Kind of like Luka. Like, watch, Luka gonna break down early too. Because he was playing with grown men at an early age. But he may break down, he may not, if he know how to pace himself right.
I'm about to say he will have to change or gradually change his game.
Oh, yeah.
He'll have to be, you know, as he get older, kind of like how Dirk did, just be a more efficient shooter. Lose some weight like Melo did, you know, stuff like that. Because he's still too heavy.
Right, he is too heavy even at this age.
But I think the thing with Tiger, though, is that his desire to win. You know, there's some golfers that say, you know, you hope to win maybe 2 or 3 tournaments a year. This motherfucker came in there and wanted to win every tournament.
Right.
And
he wanted to win.
And the level, and I forget the dude on the ESPN, the black guy who does all the golf now. You know, he said one of his competitors said Tiger early on in his career, it was like if you felt comfortable with him, he was uncomfortable with you. Now he's at the point where if you're not comfortable with him, then he's not comfortable at all. He's like, hey, everything cool now. He's got more life under his belt. He's a father now. He's going through some shit. And now it's time to really, really step away from the game. Just calm down and just like
chill.
Chill. You got your money is too long for you to ever sit up there and be like, where did it all go?
Nah.
Too long.
So exactly. So that's what I'm saying. He's good. I think he need to take a 5-year break. Let the body heal. Let the mind relax too. Mm-hmm. Just enjoy life with his kids for a moment. Just like do things he might have never thought before to do, and just live life. And then come back, like he said, on a senior tour and watch he fuck around here and then get all of the majors to the past Jack in the bigger picture.
Yeah, because he's the all-time winning. He's won the most tournaments. He has that record on his belt already.
But just the majors, though, he'll still win the majors too. With just being out of that senior card.
Yeah,
because he'll still have it. I just think he's like I said, he just turned 45. He might well just take a 5-year break and just relax.
I think that's gonna bite at him, man. He's a beast.
I know,
turn that beast off.
But this
for rehab too. Especially
but that damn accident is telling you sit your ass down. That accident ain't happened for just to happen. It's happened to tell him go sit your ass down somewhere. Slow down.
We'll see, man.
I mean, I know it's hard. It's easy said than done, but it happened for a reason. But
it happened.
And telling him something that he don't want maybe not to accept or embrace, but it's definitely telling him to sit his ass down, for sure.
I blame it on the white women.
Hey, he
That's
got
all
that
he
from his
fuck
daddy.
with, though.
He got that from his daddy, though. His daddy
That's all he
was
fuck with.
Hey, if he had a sister with some seasoning in his life or whatever, he
would not be the greatest golfer of all time if he had a sister. I'll tell you that.
Hey, you gotta remember now, his daddy was foul, and then he was cool with Jordan and Barkley. He was already he had the hat trick of going to the dark side and the light side that he had no chance of getting out of.
She either bright or white.
Exactly. So they all taught him the wrong way of doing things with the skill sets that he had, and then the money and the power that came behind it. He had no chance.
But what Jordan told him, like, what do I tell these girls? It's the same thing I tell them. Fucking Michael Jordan. Tell them you Tiger Woods. So you need to tell them.
Right, and you point at them. You point at which one you want, and you leave. No more, no less. You can't. How can you civilize a man that can just point at whoever you wanted and they're gonna come? That's why I said telling them this. Hey, look at this. It took Barkley to damn near lose his life by the mafia to sit his ass down. Then Jordan went and got him a woman from Cuba that made him change his whole life around.
We'll meet your family. Let's go see them.
Yeah.
This one live here. All right, we'll go to their house and holler. He said, I ain't seen these people in 27 years. Why is that? Oh, fuck.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You see all the charity stuff Jordan has done? That ain't because of him. It's because of the wife. She said, you're going to do right, but now, Mike, and what the fuck he doing? He doing right.
Doing right. Tell her, and she got her own money, too.
Exactly. She ain't like, her money still ain't long like his, but it's decent enough where she can look him in the face and be like, I'm good, though, without you. His first wife was good without him too, though. But it was just the egotistical time that he just couldn't act right.
He got cocky.
Right.
Couldn't maintain that. Moving on to the NBA. So
nobody care about the Knicks.
I'm gonna get to you on that.
Hey, man, Knicks actually doing something right now, man. We gotta respect them right now. We gotta respect the Knicks.
Whatever. I'll get back to him in a second. But because I knew that was coming. But Meek Mill caught a lot of heat for he did a feature in dropped a line about referring to Kobe and the chopper and stuff like that. Everybody on Twitter went up in arms. I agree that it was one, too soon.
Yes.
It's too soon, one. Two, it wasn't even a good lyric. It wasn't even a good punchline.
That's the key fact I'm about to say. The lyric wasn't even worth fucking saying. That's what killed him. It was a weak ass line to say in the first place.
And then three, unfortunately, we heard a lot worse.
Now that's true too.
We've heard a lot. I mean, maybe from our era. I don't know about now as far as the new age of hip hop or whatever, but growing up in the 90s, like I tell people all the time, the Cash Money, you can literally make a Cash Money domestic violence playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
slap that bitch, punch that hoe. Yeah, nigga, shit real.
Don't pick up them teeth. You know what I'm saying?
True.
What he said on the Chopper City, when you get there, he gonna stomp you. When I get there, we gonna jump you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, we heard all kind of shit, you know, growing up. So I kind of feel like people blew it up and like singing them out, but like there's so many like Biggie lyrics, Pac lyrics.
Yeah, but this, like you said, time has changed, but this was old man Kobe, man. This hits differently.
Yeah.
And you from Philly.
And you from
Philly. That's another thing too. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so that's just like, nah, man, this is different. Everybody was loving Kobe. This was good. Like, if you're gonna refer to Kobe, you only do it in a good light. You don't say nothing negative at all.
But then it wasn't just Kobe. It was so many, you know, his kids and the other players and stuff too. So it was like you kind of putting them all in that lyric. So
yes,
it was too big of a stage right now to kind of. I mean, people will still, believe it or not or whatever. It's kind of interesting that people are still mourning even though it's after a year.
Mm-hmm.
I just look at it like, I think one suggestion made it's like, hey, in rap, there are really no rules. You know what I mean?
True.
I mean,
to a certain degree.
In real rap or whatever. In real rap.
Kobe isn't local. He's global. This is still gonna be felt around the world.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Eminem was on his little Christopher Reeves and Michael Jackson shit for a minute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when Biggie didn't specifically say people names.
Right.
Well, he's, you know, kidnap kids, fucking Medalz, throw them over the bridge. Like, that's some, you know what I'm saying? That's some weird shit.
Yeah, but you don't know, but there's no particular, like you said, there was just some drug
There's no name attached to it, yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that's some shit that actually has happened with, unfortunately, in the drug world, of course. But, dude, this is Kobe.
Yeah.
And it's a year later, and the way how Kobe left us so unexpectedly, and you from Philly, on top of that.
Well, the other thing is, like, who's in the studio recording this? Like, ain't nobody saying some shit like it should some eyes should have been popping up when that.
Nope, that's where, you know, yes, people go wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, somebody.
That's how you know who your real friends are. Right there, let Meek know he ain't got no real friends that he hanging around with right now. That nobody pull him to the side and say like, "Yo, what the fuck is you doing?"
But he was a Kobe fan. Like literally, he was at the games. He was courtside. He had a relationship with Kobe, from what I understand. It's like, you know, I mean, it's kind of like one of those situations where it's like, you know, I think people can go either way based on how you kind of take, like, you know, like I can say, hey, the sky is blue. You know, 50% of people might agree, 50% of people might disagree. You know what I mean? So I just kind of look at it like in music or whatever. The whole thing about hip rap or whatever was there was no limit to expression. So now in this case or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I don't agree with that. I think there were limits. So
there was limits.
So think about this. Remember when Cash Money went nationwide?
Right.
Universal didn't sign UNLV to that deal because they were beefed out with Mystical. and Mystical, because Mystical was a big artist back then.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
it was, remember there was I don't know if it was on a Big Timers album or All on You Volume 2. There was a lyric or something that they blurted out a bunch of shit, like anything that referred to Mystical. They blurred them shits out once they was reproduced on the nationwide.
Big Timers. That was the Big Timers.
The Big Timers.
Because that was that was a Big Time. Because remember they re-released the Big Timers again on the Universal. Yeah, it went from blue. Yeah, was it blue to green or green to blue?
It was blue to green.
Okay, so yeah, so remember this. So that's the reason why. And then, like you said, certain things were taken out, blur wise, and all of that stuff. Going into that fact though.
But that's what I'm about to say. I think now, since you can release music without going through the middleman with labels, sometime I think that kind of you avoid that filter versus back in the day. You know, artists used to say all the time. That's why they did mixtapes, because they'll release some music and then the label will be like, no, we can't put this out.
Right.
So you got to either put it on a mixtape or just perform it live.
True, and I think that's the thing we're getting accustomed to now is that middleman is gone and nobody got to filter you or stop you from saying something. Because even on the Biggie first album, when he said I'll rob you, he'll rob a pregnant chick for a baby mom pendant, they blurred that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's like, yo, like, nigga, you can't be around here.
You're right, he sure did. Yeah.
And the industry blurred that little part and made it kind of scratchy where you couldn't fully hear it. You couldn't comprehend what he was saying, but they blurred it because nah. Can't say nothing.
Remember with Eminem, when he made the Columbine comment, they blurred it out on that album. Then he did the exact same line on one of those last 2 or 3 albums. No, it was on the actual album, but he wasn't as big no more. And they didn't blur it out. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't have the same audience that he did back then on the Marshall Mathers LP. Like, he did it line for line. He was like, well, why y'all didn't blur it? Basically said in the lyric, why you didn't blur it out this time. You know what I'm saying? So
I missed that one. Because I think after the Marshall Mathers album, I ain't really listened to him after that too much. It was cool, but it's like all the stuff sounded the same to me. And I'm like, I had enough. I tapped out.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So with the Meek thing, I mean, I get what he was trying to say with the line, but the line was still too weak.
Mm-hmm.
And everything and stuff like that. And then, it's still just the time. And it's still 1 year. Now, 5 years, different story.
Yeah,
it's only been 1 year. And it's
the other part about it, I'm about to say, it just got released. So he could have wrote this, a couple of months ago.
And that's still insensitive because it still ain't been a full year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that he would get this much flack if there were no pandemic? If everything was, COVID had passed and, there was no season stoppage, life is normal.
Nah, still would got it.
Still would have got it?
Because Kobe gone.
Twitter don't play.
Still gone.
Twitter don't play by certain people. There's certain people that Twitter don't play behind, and Kobe's one of them. So they was gonna blow that shit up on there.
Yeah, they was gonna get blown up regardless. So there was no way in or out of him avoiding this situation. They're gonna light him up because of the fact still Kobe gone. And with us, and in the fact that we'd have been still out and about more, it would have been actually worse. Because you had plenty of other subject matters to come along to avoid you from saying this line.
More to talk about.
So there would have been no excuse for that.
Like I said, well, how about this? Let's ask Tony Love's question a little bit differently. I know it's kind of like one of those situations where I know a lot of people love Kobe globally, right? But do you think he'll ever be remembered like Jordan at the end of the day?
I think he surpassed Jordan as being beloved.
Yeah, I think he's
especially overseas.
Yeah, especially overseas.
Like, you got to think about worldwide versus just here in the States.
Yeah, worldwide, yes, Kobe is more beloved, especially in China and Italy. In Italy, strongly.
Yeah, Italy. Oh God.
Yeah, he's a god there. and then actually, but they're like between Kobe and AI, they're the most biggest thing in China.
But this is the thing about Kobe. Kobe was an asshole on the court. Jordan was an asshole in real life.
Right.
That's the
exactly.
That's the difference.
That's the major difference because Kobe was actually cool people outside of basketball. People just never highlighted it or showed it on video of actually how good of a guy he was outside of basketball.
I mean, the only person you could think back to who had real beef with Kobe is Smush Parker.
True.
No,
wise.
No, why? Because Smush Parker had no business being a starting point guard in the NBA. Fuck Smush.
Right. Well, and Dwight Howard. They're the only two that legitimately can't stand Kobe.
Yeah, but Dwight Howard's on the bitch asses list. So
this is true though, but yeah, and that's why
his comments don't count.
Well, this is true too. That's why I told you. That's why I always ride with Kobe over Shaq. Even though I know why people frowned on him when he kind of snitched. Well, it ain't kind of. He snitched on Shaq.
He snitched.
Yes, he snitched. But guess what, though? When you put that bitch assness, who the fuck cares? If you snitching on a nigga that you know ain't shit, but everybody want to act like he's so beloved. You're like, nah, that nigga foul like this. Like Jay said, them niggas foul just like us. And that nigga Kobe said, yo, Shaq is foul just like us. And that's why that nigga done the same thing. And, so I got the method of the madness, and that's why I always roll with Kobe over fucking Shaq anyway.
So you go for that snitch, but you be...
Hey. I only go with current situations that could have endangered me at a certain particular time. This is personal. This is me, personally. Kobe shit don't got shit to do with me.
Oh. I'll say like this one. This is my smart ass comment for the night. You need to bring back the brown curtains. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Oh man, this is an ass boy.
Hey man, brown curtains is gone, man. It's gonna probably be a whole nother set of different vibe up in here going forward. But the brown curtains is gone. They've been tossed.
Oh man, they're stupid.
She didn't like them. They were basic in her eyes.
So since the snitch being an asshole, let's jump into my team, the Knicks. So we won last night against the Pacers. We are at 500. I think we're 16-16. I think we 5th in the conference. Got an all-star.
You want a gold star or some shit?
We got a rookie, NBA rookie first team potential guard, you know what I'm saying? Damn right I want a gold star. What them Spurs doing? That's what I wanted to get to. What them Spurs doing?
You a Spurs fan?
Out here struggling. Out here struggling with DeMar DeRozan, having to save y'all ass every fourth quarter.
Hey man, you probably put you in timeout. Fuck all that. Let's continue on there. Fucking Spurs fan. Get the fuck out of here.
Spurs
whack ass shit there.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Spurs.
Were you stationed in San Antonio? That's why.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
That was the first NBA game I went to.
What year was this?
99.
And he was winning then, so.
You know what? I'll let you fucking be. I'll let you be since 99. God damn. So I'll let you be.
But the ironic thing about this is I was a Knicks and a Pacers fan before that.
Mm-hmm.
So
he used to be out there throwing up the L for Larry Johnson, but now nobody cared about the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So and Avery Johnson, I think that also plays a part into it too.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it's kind of funny because he went to St. Aug. Yeah, he did.
Y'all got to.
That's why I said I understand. That's why I said I understand the method, but still, fuck the Spurs. I don't like them best. Still, then and I don't like them now. This is gonna be a lifelong what the fuck ever.
And who's your team is?
Hey man, I just adopted the fucking Pelicans just recently. I ain't had no NBA team ever.
Well, I mean, like I try to navigate to the Pelicans and it never really fan out. Like
I support them, but it just doesn't, because they wasn't there when we was kids. It just doesn't feel the same way.
I guess that's why I say I try to be just a team player. At least I represent some from New Orleans, because I'm not gonna be a Saints fan. So that's just the next thing I could come up with.
I think they should bring back, the Pelicans should bring back the gold and teal jerseys. on their throwback nights.
Things was horrible.
That was a
I mean, all their jerseys. I don't like none
That
of their
shit was
jerseys.
hideous.
I don't like none of their jerseys over the years.
Oh man.
Especially
I
the
like
Mardi
this.
Gras
I
ones.
like this. The Pelican hats be on point. I do like
Right.
their hats. The hats are on point. The jerseys may not, but the hats are on point. The Pelican hats be on point though. I give them that. And that red gold, that red, gold, and white do be on point on a hat though. But I can see the jersey in. I get it, but the hat be on point. So I'm not gonna knock that. So as I'm saying, I'm being a team player and trying to support something from the city. But I ain't being no goddamn Saints fan. Y'all can have that shit. Fuck all that. I'm gonna stay true to who I am. I ain't rocking with them then, and I'm not jumping on no bandwagon now. And I'm already off the fucking Raider bandwagon, so I am what I am. I'm just out here in these streets.
Hey, or we all can be the New Orleans baby cakes fans.
Man, fuck that stupid ass damn minor league ass team bullshit. Why didn't keep that shit to Zeppers like they should have?
I know.
I don't know, man.
Get you some of them baby cakes. You know what I mean?
Ugly ass mascot. Scary ass
suspect.
mascot.
Yeah, exactly. Sounded mad, suspect, and scary. But still, back to Batman's team. Y'all doing good, man. The niggas doing something in these streets. I'm very impressed.
Defense.
Productive.
Y'all doing something in these streets. I'm showing y'all some
What you gotta
props.
say, Hater?
What's the record again?
We 16-16.
Hey, man,
What's
it's
the
way
record?
better than
Y'all
they've
about the
been in a
same
long
thing?
time. At All-Star break, nigga, they still 500.
Hey,
at All-Star break?
we almost won more games this year already than we did all last year.
Okay, I'll give you credit. I give you a round of applause.
You know what I'm saying?
Then when the playoffs come, I'll be back on.
Yeah, I know, fucking hater. What I was about to say? Oh, NBA All-Star Weekend. So
That's a joke. They need to cut this shit.
So they basically say, fuck y'all rest. We gonna get this money. Them players are pissed, boy. They ain't having that shit. They ain't having
But
that.
I mean, I don't understand why the NBA didn't say this in the fucking first place. Y'all contract is based off the TV deal anyway. So All-Star Weekend, y'all could not give up. Now, I say they should have negotiated where it was just a game. Maybe not the slam dunk, the skill challenge, and the 3-point. They could have did that, but y'all should have at least did the game. Negotiate that, because for the TV ratings and shit, you need that. So that's dumb on the players to think that, y'all gonna get a free pass and not have to play no game All-Star Weekend. That's just stupid on them niggas of being true lazy ass opportunists on that shit. I think that was just some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much mouthpieced them into an agreement to start earlier than they really want to, and promising them, oh, you'll get these days off of All-Star Weekend because we're not gonna have an All-Star, and then it's basically ask for forgiveness later type shit.
Yeah.
So
Nah, they should have did better with that one. They just did that one, and it's not even. Nigga, you could went back and negotiated that situation, but not to tell them no, there won't be, because we started the season early and there won't be no All-Star. That didn't make no sense. You still had to at least have the game. You didn't have to have the whole festivities. Of course, you can't have that because you have no fans. Right. So it makes no sense to do the skills challenge, 3-point, and slam dunk with no fans there. That you need that energy. The players need to feed off that energy to perform that. But the game, you still could have had the game.
I say this though, this is something that the players will hold in their back pocket when it's next time for the CBA, collective bargaining agreement. So it's going to be one of them situations like we did you a favor when you stabbed us in the back, basically. But then it still might be a situation because the moment is stingy.
I'm not gonna lie. This is the time now. Adam gotta get his David Stern on, my nigga.
What you mean?
Because these niggas get like they're getting the players are getting too sensitive, and they feeling too fucking entitled. They getting way more love than the players that back in the days got than this generation getting, and they feel too fucking entitled.
Not even superstars, not even all-stars. It's just like the average players.
The average player feel like they entitled to a lot of shit now. And y'all gotta, because that's going to end up being your downfall.
Right.
They have too much leverage now. And this shit gotta be nipped in the bud. Mm. You gotta be a little more stern with them of like, yo, give and take here. Like, they cannot even bring this up in negotiations, period. Because like, yo, nigga, we already split 50-50 with y'all revenue-wise.
What more you want?
Look what the contracts y'all get off the rip. Shut the fuck up now. Like, relax now, because y'all still way better than any other sport except for soccer. Pretty much at the end of the day. Money-wise.
Baseball, and baseball.
And, well, yeah, I get... Yeah, I mean, them in baseball... Yeah, I get it.
Baseball, yeah, baseball's more.
Yeah, baseball's still more, because, the contract they getting, you are correct. So...
Tatis Jr. just got $340 million.
Yeah.
14. Yeah. 22 years old. He ain't going nowhere, though.
True. But like this, though, because of the fact, NBA still got to chill and relax.
Yeah.
Because they still ain't, I guess, like you said, that baseball money and soccer money is different.
All right, kind of going along with NBA and kind of transitioning to our financial portion of the show. Over the past year, maybe not even the full year, there's something called NBA Top Shop. It's like basically like cryptocurrency for baseball cards, where basically you can purchase a highlight and own it and then resell it like cryptocurrency or like a baseball card. First thing that comes to mind to me is like, one, I can just go look up that shit on YouTube, or if I go to the game, I can record this shit myself. I'm pretty sure it's something behind the scenes that makes it rare or whatever, but apparently people making some crazy money off of it because it's new, so it's probably a quick and easy flip. But at the same time, I started thinking like, what the fuck is cryptocurrency, period? So the snitch, aka Raheem Goodell, explain that to me, because I still don't understand the concept of cryptocurrency.
Okay, so the thing is you have a vast variety of digital coins, right? So what makes one more appealing than the other? Like, say for example, with Bitcoin, right? Mm-hmm. Bitcoin is kind of like, from an IT standpoint, Bitcoin has a stable network, and they always have these different projects that you see in the news, like Tesla buying Bitcoin, Bitcoin working with their chains and stuff like that. So what's happening is there's a new line of crypto that's associated with NFTs, where people are creating digital art and they're selling it for shit like 16K, 90K, 100K, and it's just a new way of how people are using the platform for online sales. Mm-hmm. So what's happening now is like people are just creating digital art. People are buying it with crypto coins at a value, mm-hmm. and that's how they get their bread. And it's kind of like a thing of, if you think, the bigger picture, if consumers are already buying stuff with cryptocurrency at that amount, then what's going to stop them from doing that 5, 10, 20 years from now as the norm, like baseball cards, stuff like that. So that's what's turning into an e-marketplace where cryptocurrency is being used. If digital money is being used to buy digital content.
And this is kind of keeping them from being taxed on this on top of it.
I mean, to a certain degree or whatever, you still can be taxed on cryptocurrency. It just, kind of like one of those situations where, I mean, for me personally, if I advise anybody, because you see, technically, there's a shift in people buying digitally as a whole. Mm-hmm. Like, let's just take cryptocurrency out of it. Like, Like, do you pay with your card more now, or do you pay from your phone, or an app, or whatever the case may be, with your bank tied, right?
Mhm.
You're seeing
yeah,
less.
either or. Yeah, either or.
Right.
Never straight cash, but yeah, card or through the apps and everything.
Yeah. So if you look at cryptocurrency or whatever, it's kind of like a situation where it's like, well, just take the stock market and how valuable that is, and then bring it digitally, and people are starting to make money off of this stuff. So that's with the NFTs or whatever. That's what that is. It's like people are creating these NFTs, which is cryptocurrency, digital art, and they're buying it with crypto at number of prices.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So I read somewhere it was saying, like, I think they use Bitcoin as an example. There's a finite amount of Bitcoins. I think they said like 21 billion.
Right.
So I think so that can run out. I think with stock, the stock has a limit? Like, I'm asking like legit questions. I don't know shit about this. This is why I use y'all. But like, for example, like stock. So Apple stock, is there like a finite number of stocks out there, or is just
it's from what I understand, it's either the amount of shares or how much the amount of money
that company is worth?
Not that company's worth that company is going to allow to buy.
Gotcha.
Right. We'll allow you to buy so much of this worth of shares.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, some companies have a share limit. Some companies have a dollar limit.
Right. Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, so I'm thinking about the bigger picture. Like, all I'm thinking about is the basketball portion of it. It's like, I'm gonna pay X amount of crypto for a Zion highlight that I can probably go find on the internet. So why would I buy? Well, I don't know.
Think about
it's way over my head. That's why I'm probably poor now.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but if you think about it like this, I mean, over the last couple of years, there's actually been a lot of millionaires off of crypto. So, now you have all these new millionaires with liquid, all this new money or whatever that's out there in the world now, just off of crypto. So that's the reason why you see like this new trend, because they got millions of dollars in crypto that they need to spend, or they're looking to spend to make it an asset. You know what I'm saying? But what's happening now is,
what are you gonna spend it on?
Right, crypto is becoming an asset. That's the problem. It's kind of like a situation where, whenever you start seeing big businesses, here's the thing about crypto that interests me. Technically, big businesses are actually going to it because you can hide your money.
Yep.
I mean, so with that being said, if every business is doing this, then of course it's going to be valuable, because now at this point now, you can still find stock that's kind of like, under a penny, or, like a few cents or whatever. But if you look at the bigger terms, like, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, if you have like, like, say for example, you said, hey, I took $100, I have 50K shares of this one crypto, right? If that crypto goes up to $1, you have $50,000 off of $100. If it goes up to $10, you do the math. You can become an instant millionaire just based off a position, not like in the stock market. You have to have the money up front to invest in that stock. Crypto, it's all about catching that at a low asset, catching that at a low value. But do your research in that crypto. And if it ever moves like 7-10 years from now, and if you have like 100K of that crypto, right, and you got it at under a penny, and it blows up to be like, $2 or $3 or $4, that's a lot of money that you just made off of something that
was basically next to nothing.
You're basically that's what, like,
right.
So that's why they.
I was about to say, who made me look into this cryptocurrency is freaking Uncle Murder.
Yeah.
That fool was like saying how like most people that was doing stuff on the low and then on the shady side, they was using this cryptocurrency.
Yep.
And that's how was how they was able to actually sell and move stuff through that.
It's a drug dealer. It's a drug dealer market.
It started that way at first, and now that it's become more popular among corporate America. Now, like, if you already was in the game of this, now you really making more money because the corporations. Remember, Bill Cosby was trying to do the same thing too, behind his money through that to keep
Well,
from his wife.
I think a lot of things though is I think I've seen people in the entertainment business, they've been getting paid, like a part of their contract is like, you know what, you can pay me X amount of dollars, but pay the rest of it in crypto. You know what I'm saying? So
There have been a few players, like professional players, have done the same thing too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
that long game.
Yeah, if you look at the bigger picture or whatever, crypto is. I mean, Coinbase is going public at the end of the year, right? So you have these situations where, I mean, crypto hasn't. I mean, I know people are looking at Bitcoin right now and saying, "Oh, it's a lot of money," but let's be realistic or whatever. Bitcoin 10 years from now could be $1 million per coin or more.
Yeah,
it's gonna break over 50 by the end of this year. I mean, it's gonna break over 100K by the end of this year. So, I mean, granted or whatever, we don't necessarily have enough. I mean, you can invest in Bitcoin and still make money if you really want to, but at the end of the day or whatever, it's kind of like one of those situations where there's still money to be made, but it's such a I guess you want to say there's such a volatile market with crypto. Like, people are afraid to invest, you know what I'm saying, long term with it, because as long as it's going up, they all for it. But so when it goes down a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like some people kind of get afraid of that part of it. But for me or whatever, I just look at it like it's the smartest thing to do to kind of look forward, because if you're in the game, even if you get in the game right now, you can still win. Because all I'm trying to do is make enough money just to pay off my house, and then be a sugar daddy when I get 60. So I'm good. I think some people be like, hey, look, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, you know what I mean? But just like, it takes time to be a millionaire, you know what I mean? So,
right.
I mean, but like, say for example, think about 20 years from now, where's crypto is going to be? Most people will probably be like, I still don't understand it. But those that looked into it might be millionaires.
Yeah. It's all about finding your number that makes you feel comfortable at the end of the day. That greed will be your downfall. It's just all about you just finding your happy number that's realistic, that you feel comfortable with, and just go off of that number, just strive for that number, and then just, live the rest of your life off of that comfort, that number that you feel like you can live off for the rest of your life. But we got too many people too beyond greed, and that's where they downfalls will fall. But everybody that stay in the middle or where they know their number is, they live a better life.
I'd say, like, for the most part or whatever, for the person who wants to invest and, do your homework. Of course, there are a lot of groups that kind of out there. There's still coins that still are at a reasonable price, so you can get a lot of them. But if your comfort level is like $20 per paycheck, you do that.
There's nothing wrong with that. That stacks up over a long time.
You know what I'm saying? That's triple money right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, look, just put $20 in. And don't get me wrong, it's all about, how many coins you can get at a low price. But if $20 is if your thing that you feel safe at, download Coinbase, Voyager, and KuCoin, and go get your crypto on. And Swapper is another one. But I mean, those NFTs or whatever, it's kind of like it's like a new thing, because here's the thing: if you really want to see where crypto can go look at China right now. It's all part of your life right now. The U.S. always copy China some type of way.
Yep.
So, I mean, I kind of got out of the habit of actually investing in the stock market, and then start investing more in crypto, because I can see exactly how that's going to go. Because it's like the stock market is kind of you can still make money in the stock market, but I mean, I want to say like the Amazon, the Apple boom, those type of booms or whatever, there was like a good time for those companies or whatever. But I mean, you're
not going to see that crazy of a jump.
You might. I mean, you might. I mean, I think Facebook is going to fall at some point. So what's the next one?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I just look at it like those type of companies where, you know, are like a unicorn now because everybody's so on it. On what's the next thing? What is the next thing? Digital art.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah.
Digital
Everything
cards.
digital. Right.
You know what I mean, so that's where you can probably find your nuggets probably 15 years from now. Then Batman might decide to actually buy some Knicks tickets for once and stop just wearing the goddamn jersey.
Not even going to entertain you.
Have you ever been to the game?
Nope.
See, my point exactly.
What? Not even when it came to play the Hawks?
No. I get tickets from my job. But
Lord.
You get Hawk tickets?
That nigga just like refused to hurt his soul. Damn, nigga, damn, you. This is very
wait a minute, this coming from the
disappointing.
same guy that's telling me to let go of the Knicks, but now he's upset that I never been to a game.
Yes, I'm upset about that. I've seen the Yankees play.
I haven't been able to get tickets when they come in town. Same thing when I was in New Orleans. Like the tickets is always ridiculous for the Knicks games.
Hey, you've been neglecting them for too long, man. I see why they only 16 and 18. God damn it.
Whatever. You heard what I said. We 500. And I got a Titans jersey on today, sir.
Have you seen the Titans play?
Yes.
Where? Oh, the Oilers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I give them.
Okay. All right.
And also, I'm not a live sports guy.
I think that's an Aquarius thing. We do not like watching live sports.
Too many people. Is like the only time I'm the same way with him. Only time I've been to stuff is when we was in the suite, and then when we used to go to the Hornets games, it was in the 100 section where it's not as crowded. But yeah, other than that, I don't really do
I don't like being around a lot of
games or concerts.
I don't be around them fucking people, common folks, niggas. I don't want their problems. Fuck all.
Like that's another thing for the next game. Like I want to go to the Garden, and if I go to the Garden, I don't want to be in the nosebleeds. I want to at least be where I can throw a fucking French fry at fucking
well, you ain't sitting that close.
Yeah, that's why I need to sell some dope to get one of those. So
or buy some crypto.
Or buy some crypto. Good point. Like I've been to a Hornets game and sat behind the bench. So like I can that's Hornets tickets is a different thing.
Yeah.
Playoff game on top of that. So that's different. But no.
I used to work with a dude. His dad worked at the Garden, and he didn't even need to go to the Big East tournament. If we had anything, that's something. Yeah, we would be there. That's the Big East back in the day.
But like you said, but remember they lived there, so it's kind of.
It's nothing. It's kind of like Ebbtide came with the not Jazz Fest for Essence Fest.
It's there, but like okay, and. But it's just not the same energy because you there, it's always there.
I never knew y'all two were so antisocial. Like you. I mean,
you didn't know.
I mean, I knew he was the bald-headed one, but you seem a little bit more outgoing. In my opinion, I saw you break dance in the middle of the club, so you got to give me some type of credit.
Yeah, but they also gave me room. But also, that's another thing. We had VIP-ish at the Metro, so that was a different story. So like we,
So you just as bougie as his ass is.
Of course, is a very bougie people, man. We have standards.
I'm not a people person. I'm not trying to be around these random peoples.
We don't like being around people, honestly. Like for real though, like we not random people. Like we rather be around people we know. If we around people we know, we comfortable, and you might see the more live side of us. But if we around the masses of the common, nah, we in the cut because we don't trust none of these motherfuckers. We like what they about to be up to.
Why you think we used to always be in there 10 deep? So if we 10 deep, that means everybody else ain't close to me. It's just my clique is close to me. So that made it a little bit different in my confused ass brain.
I just thought you just wanted to circle the hoes. Like we
that
don't
too. You got to circle, bitch.
Well, that too. We want to be low key. That's another thing. We want to be low key to do what we want to do, but then we have our clique that we comfortable around.
Yeah. And break dance against midgets.
that shit was still funny, man. That shit was classic.
And no, he wasn't a legit midget. He was just real short.
He was that dude was like, I mean, we were 20. He was like at least 47. And then when he saw Papa locking, I was like, oh, you started. I was like, oh crap, here we go. I wish we had smartphones back then because I sure would have kept that for the rest of my life. Nah, but I mean, don't get me wrong, whatever. I like outside of that Spurs game when I was in San Antonio, I never been to another Spurs game after that. I just followed them online.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, through TV or whatever the case may be. But, I just look at it like, now since I work in my profession that I work in, I'm kind of... Huh?
Now you're spoiled.
No. It's kind of like I'm judgmental a little bit. Because it's like, yeah, I kind of know exactly what happened for all this to kind of happen now. You know what I mean? So... Mm-hmm.
But it's like with anything, you look at it differently. So like you said, once you go watch a game in a press box or you watch the game from your suite, you ain't trying to go to the nosebleeds no more. Like I experienced that early as a kid. So once I had that experience, I was like, I'm not just going to be going to a game just to say I went. Like if I'm going to the next game, I want to say, nigga, we was in the suite at the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? T.I. passed by, said some big words. And whatever, it's gonna be some shit like that. I'm not gonna be just saying, man, I was in the fucking 600 section and I couldn't see the court by watching the jumbotron. Like that's not a good gaming experience to me. It's not like baseball. To me, baseball is different. You can kind of enjoy a baseball game from the beginning.
Anywhere you at, it's not
because most stadiums are built to have you a good view. Regardless, I mean, you can sit by the Green Monster and still get a good view in fucking Boston. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different to me. Like I said, I'd rather have a better experience. Other than that, I'll go to a bar. Atlanta. The bar be like the club for game days and shit like that. So that's what I used to do out here. I'll just go to the bar downtown somewhere and fucking watch the game and my peoples. So.
No, I mean. It all depends.
Like think about remember that year for Bayou Classic when we snuck into the suites. I don't know how we achieved that feat when we was in high school. Yeah, it was a different experience from us just walking around and sitting in the 400 section. Like it's a way better experience. Like, and you can't go backwards from there. It's hard to.
I would say the exclusiveness does make a difference, but like say for example, me going, if I would have able to get into the Oakland Raiders stadium, it would just offer sheer, it's a new stadium and I just want to, in the sense of playing there. So I mean, I definitely get it, but it just kind of like, for me, it's just like, if I really want to go, I'll just go. You know what I mean? But
fuck all that. I need to be in the suite. I'm not trying to be with them fucking comedy people.
No, I'm saying,
fuck all that.
But I mean,
you gotta get up and you gotta wait in line to get a $20 beer. You know what I'm saying? At least in the Hornets, when in that section, that 100 section, you can at least fucking raise up the little pad-ons like, hey, bring me some pasta in the fucking Miller Lite. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit just that experience.
As much I'm paying for a ticket, I want to be accommodated. Goddamn it! I'm not trying to be with these motherfucking common ass niggas paying that much money to be common. This is nothing you go to be common. Like, this is not a common situation to go to a sporting event. Then still to be treated like an everyday person. I just spent this much money. Fuck you. Like, I'm not paying you to be common. That's just how I look at it.
But I mean, here's my thing or whatever. Like, say for example, if you do go to a suite, are you willing to drop maybe $800 plus?
If I have it, yes, I would do it if I have it. If I don't have it, which I don't have it, and honestly, and I don't care about, like, I need to be a multi-millionaire to say that I don't care to do something like that. But overall, I don't like sporting events enough. I don't like going. I enjoy watching them on TV because I like the commentators, the vibe, watching stuff on TV than actually being there. It's pretty much, to me, it's boring being at the stadium.
So you couldn't do courtside at an NBA? What about courtside?
I still don't interest me. I've never really NBA games never interested me to go into.
Well, I was like this. I will say this or whatever. I really did enjoy going to Saints games a lot because it was just a different experience with the people that you meet there.
Oh, so it's non-stop party at the Saints game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing about basketball sometimes too, like the dead balls and in between quarters and stuff is real dead. You know, for most arenas. I think New Orleans is a little different.
Yeah,
I think New Orleans sports is way different than other areas because even like a couple of years ago when the Raiders played the Saints, I was down there. The energy was mad different and it was cool. That's on the outside tailgating and all of that stuff. Just being there, so I can only imagine how it would have been in the stadium. But outside, it was a cool vibe. But like, you know, you had the Raider fans, you had the Saints fans, but everybody was cool, chilling. Everybody talking their shit, but it was a good vibe. But I like that outside vibe. But then me sit inside it, fuck all that. I ain't seen no common folks. I want a suite, goddammit. I don't need that vibe of want to sit next to nobody. I want the privacy.
I just look at it like, well, I was like this. I can see why, but you know, at the end of the day or whatever, it's like I think whatever sport excites you. You know what I'm saying?
For me, courtside for basketball would be exciting because I'll be looking at other shit. I'll be worried about what the coach doing.
Yeah.
How the player is staying warm and preparing, you know, while they're on the bench and shit like that. Like,
I think,
you know,
now that y'all said, I think track and field would excite me more.
Yeah, like I've been to multiple track events. I've been to fucking Olympic tryouts.
I wonder why, huh?
Hey. No, dude. I really like track and field. That was like more my thing overall. Like
Tony Love, your face saying 1,000 words.
It's just like me saying volleyball. Volleyball is my favorite thing to go
outside.
No,
like I was a track guy. Like I ran. I was a runner. So I think that would excite me more because that was more my sport. So that's why I said I think track and field would excite me more.
Now you talking about a lot of dead time?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Remember when the Olympic trials was in the city?
Ducked off. I could duck off and not be. I don't have to deal with nobody. Like I like the quietness and everything. I'm cool with that. So that's why I think track and field will work more up my alley because people are gonna give you your space to be to yourself because they know you trying to focus and get ready for the next event and stuff like that. I think that's more my alley.
And see, it depends on the meets you go to. Like I know the ones in Texas is big. The Penn relays in Philadelphia,
yes,
those outstanding. And the one in Oregon has really started popping off the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, their conference is you know, with that Pac-12 or whatever they call it now. They're a pretty good track conference.
Yeah, and Phil Knight really put a lot into that the track up there.
Yeah, but it's more overall. It's not even about the conference. It's just more about the Oregon. It's just the Oregon track with all the conferences coming there, though. There ain't even thinking about the Pac-12 foolery. It's just about overall everybody throughout the country. So that's why I say I think track will intrigue me more to be in that atmosphere than anywhere else. So like basketball and football don't move me like that. But I think track and field would. And I have more patience. I think I have more patience for that.
I know Snitch brought up talking about the suites and stuff, like getting the suite. We was looking into that before Corona kicked in. So like for Hawks, I can't remember what the price was. But basically,
I know I joke about the Knicks, whatever, but who the fuck cares about the goddamn Hawks?
Whatever. I like basketball. Listen to what I'm about to tell you, because when I tell you this other part, you're gonna perk up. Basically, we figured it out. I think if you get a suite, it's like for 16 people. You get like 16 bracelets or whatever. It comes with, you know, food and drinks and shit like that. So, you know, you ain't gonna be able to go to all the game or get for every game get 16 people. Basically, what you do is you sell the fucking bracelets, and you make your money back and then some for the games you don't go to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
That's what we're gonna do, and that's probably what people are gonna start doing from Saints game when they redo their stadium, when they get the suites on on the ground level.
I've already seen. Believe it or not, or whatever. I'd actually think those type of suites that's on the ground level are not worth it.
Right, no,
it's a bad angle.
You can't see shit. Yeah, bad
it's a horrible angle.
Yeah, I've seen it myself, and I just was like, why people even buy these?
They won't be close to the players, but they won't. They'll look at the game through the TV, but it won't be close to the players. Actually, see the players, but it's still more about that than anything else because you on the player level, and you can see them walking around and everything. So you're still watching the game through the TV.
Now that's technically, I will say that's where I'm kind of like, I think it's more better. This is why I say it's actually more better to be up on the higher levels than it is being close to field. I mean, being on the field, or I would say at least like I guess you want to say like the better angle is always at the 30-yard line for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to be on that bottom level, let's see. But like I said, just that's interesting. I never thought y'all didn't like people like that. I guess I go to games with Tony Love then shit because
if it's in the suite, you got us, but you them common folks, fuck all that.
The common folks.
They're trying to do that common folk shit, man. We don't like people like that. That's too close for comfort. Oh, my woman, she realizing that real quickly right now with my ass about this. She only learned the hard way today. So I thought I was going to trick you into going and meet up with lunch with my coworkers. I said, "Oh, you gonna learn today? I was going that shit. I went got the car."
Yeah, I just
you better give me a heads up. You better give me a heads up so I can mentally prepare myself. But you ain't gonna spring up nothing on me.
Mm-hmm. They gonna learn.
Yeah, gonna learn. Exactly.
Learn. Yeah, mine.
We don't like
at least tell me
people.
the day before now.
Yeah, give me a heads
such and
up.
such house. Okay, all right.
Especially when they say, "Oh, we ain't gonna do nothing all weekend," and then all of a sudden you gonna change it.
All of a sudden you want to. We're leaving at 2:00. Like, okay, for real. Okay.
Yeah, like she hit me up like, "Oh yeah, we gonna go run to the store. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna meet up with a friend today at 1." I said, "Okay, well, we said you was going to the do this at 11." She said, "Oh yeah, I was gonna take you with me." I said, "Oh no, you wasn't."
Mm-hmm.
That's where we was gonna learn today. I'd have sat in that car with no shame. Or I said, "I'll come back and pick you up."
Y'all domestication is actually kind of being put online right now. Cause y'all two, I'm just like, I ain't never knew y'all two was so anti everything.
Dude, we don't like people, man. This shit, people shit is overrated.
It's draining.
I will say that. If people stuff is draining.
Like this is my problem. Like you go somewhere, like it's an event, what is a party or it's just a couple people over, and I'm just chilling, and somebody keep bothering you and keep asking you questions like, "Oh, I'm good. Just let me be. Let me look at my Knicks score and be happy." But just you okay? You all right? Yes, I'm fine. If you keep asking me if I'm fine, I'm not gonna be fine.
Exactly. That's why, like, I think how I feel about a person that don't like to eat food, and I go to holidays and people keep asking me why I don't eat shit.
Put place in your face, yeah.
Like y'all know me for fucking 40-something years. How the fuck I don't eat no food, so why you keep asking me the same shit over and over?
Put a battery in his back and let him go.
So like y'all intentionally trying to piss me off, keep asking me the same thing over and over when y'all know I never ate nothing. I mean, people wonder why I don't come around no more to holidays.
Oh man.
Cause that shit get old quickly.
You don't switch up the script.
Yeah, like you don't eat nothing.
Thing.
Yeah, like you don't why you eat well now you don't eat nothing. You know I don't eat shit. Why the fuck you ask me this? And I mean, this is my own, this is my mom and everybody on there every day. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hey, Raw Holland told my woman like this: don't waste your energy and time with him and food. Just let him.
All right, next up, interesting point came up recently. we were 2 months into a new president, and we ain't
Month and a
really
half.
see him.
Yeah.
We ain't really been hearing or seeing much of him. And I think Tony Love brought up a good point: is that this is the norm. What we've been getting with Trump is not the norm. Somebody's tweeting in the news every single day. So I don't know.
He working.
It was weird.
He working. He's working.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
True. What the fuck I need to be on my cell phone for? Everybody come to me. Hey, bro, this was going on over here. All right, good. Handle that. You do that over there. I'm gonna talk to a boy. He got his own phone. I'm gonna talk to a boy. We're gonna straighten that shop, but make sure that shit get done. We behind. Knock the shit out. That's what's going on right now.
True. I don't know. Some still don't feel right to me. Even it's like it feels like it's extra normal for some reason, and I can't put my finger on it. But I'm gonna let it develop though. I'm gonna let it unfold.
But somebody made a good point. The shit with Ted Cruz going to Cancun during the freeze.
Yeah.
We would not be knowing about that shit if Trump was still president. That would not be any kind of deal, because he would dominate the news so much that Cruz going to Cancun during the freeze would not be shit. It would be overlooked. So because we in some normal shit now. Hey, what the fuck you doing?
Go sit your ass down.
Right.
That's a good point. No, one thing I thought about was what's that movie when the president had like a stroke or something like that, and they had like the stunt double fill in for him?
Oh, Dave,
yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah,
but like, it's kind of like that shit. It's like you trying to hide his old ass. Like what's going on? Like
yeah, I feel that's what I'm saying.
A cryo chamber or something.
I feel about with Biden, man. Like I don't know, man. Something about this just don't feel right to me. I don't know. I can't just put my finger on it. It is normal. You are correct. It's a normal vibe.
But it's too normal.
But it's too fucking normal. He's not doing anything extra to make us feel comfortable. Like he's just went into you don't see him.
So you think he should have been overcompensating, basically?
Not overcompensating. Just do a little something more, but in a professional manner.
No, because here's the other thing too that you're also missing. He got people in place that know what the fuck they doing.
But we don't hear from nobody though. That's the thing.
Hey.
That's the thing. Because before you would hear about how people were fucking up because they didn't know what they were doing. Now you got people who are career diplomats.
Hey, ease people back into normalness then, goddammit. Don't just do no whole 180 and don't this fees too. You gotta ease us back into this. Don't just go disappear because it looks shady.
So I'll break it down to you to your point. So it's like you coming into the store and you know this store backstock is always fucked up. So then next week you go in there. Where the backstock go? Oh, I worked that out, though. What the fuck?
I got another example.
That's what you.
I got another example.
Right, that's a great example. Like, it still don't feel right though, because I'm waiting for the fuck up to happen.
But this
took off 2 hours on my day.
Nah, but this is another example would make you worry. It's like having an argument with your old lady, and then you wake up and she cooking you grits, bumping Al Green.
Yeah.
Like,
something about this ain't adding up. This is all I'm just saying.
Mama cooked the bacon with no hog. What the fuck going on?
Right, like I don't know. We ain't seen your girl at all. Like, come on, like yo, where she at?
They working, bro.
No, I get that, but something ain't adding up to me personally. I'm sorry. I'm a paranoid type nigga. I don't trust you. And I feel like everything got an angle to it, and I need to know what the fuck the angle is. And I ain't got no angles here. You know what? Sometimes when people are too quiet, I'd rather like this. At least I knew the bullshit that 45 was on. I was good. I felt comfortable because I knew he was full of shit and reckless, and I knew I could read through this. When niggas quiet like this,
Well,
I feel there's more shit up, nigga up to more shit when they just quiet.
well, here's my thing. This is actually pretty great because technically we all knew that Trump was literally overly communicating to cover up other stuff that he was trying to get away with.
Set fires over here, and you don't know what fire to put out.
So in this case, because Joe Biden is so just chill or whatever the case may be, it makes you focus on other things that's more important to you personally. Like say for example, whatever. I do have a feeling that once Joe Biden gets to office, most people are gonna like forget about the whole political information. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people are gonna feel like, hey, everything is just fine because we have a person that we can trust, which is actually a bad thing because I always say, you know, check on your politics regardless of who it is, right?
Right.
But I just say like, you know, in the meantime, you should literally do your due diligence to kind of see what your government provides for you, but it's not
sure they ain't fucking over you.
Yeah, just it's actually, I actually kind of say like, hey, look, if you fucking up, the news gonna put it out. If you're doing, all we're gonna do is see all the little fluffy shit that goes on out there, like you know, whatever the case may be. But I mean, don't get me wrong, whatever. I think, to be honest with you, or whatever, I think this is actually going to be more of a highlight of Pamela than it is going to be of Joe.
Well, yeah, she's going to come out the winner in this.
Yeah,
because they were even just dumbfounded like you were about, you know, can we pause for a minute? We sitting up there going back and forth. We actually arguing about policy. When the last time we just sat up there and talked about policy? Not some stupid stuff that somebody said. We talking about policy.
Actual
why this? Why this will work? How this is going to benefit? What's the drawbacks? Am I the only one here? A policy debate. And then but for what he's done during this, you know, he's trying to get that 100 million vaccination in 100 days. He's up to 50 right now. You know, he's halfway there, getting it going. So, and really trying to push that stimulus now. I passed the House last night, and going through the Senate is going to be tricky. But
Democrats or should pass.
Speaking of the vaccine, how's your? I know you got your second shot already.
No, it got pushed back. We're going to get it Tuesday.
Okay, I'll let you know. Everyone that I know that's taking it drains you.
Yeah, the second one's supposed to be the worst.
So,
you know what? I will say this or whatever. If it's anything, this shot shouldn't be that bad at all. I mean, my dad took both shots. So he said
my dad took both shots too, and he had no issues.
Yeah. So, what was the bitch was anthrax. That shot burned like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that only y'all military people was taking that shit. What the fuck?
I don't know why. I was like, this is some bullshit.
Y'all was taking everything. Y'all was the test dummies.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, it is weird. Like you said, Biden has been real low key. Like I mean, great that you brought that up, but like I wasn't thinking about that. Like you said, it's just you're so used to having something Trump related, whether it's a tweet, whether it's on the news.
That's the thing. I mean, I just didn't see nothing showing the White House, inside the White House, playing to the White, nothing pertaining to the White House ever. Like in the last 3 months, honestly, it's just been mad weird to me, and it's just like, and then damn, if you think about, we ain't heard a scene 45 in 2 months.
Yeah, once you took Twitter from them.
Yeah.
And Facebook.
But that's the thing. I'm not even worried about them two. I'm not even just regular media has not spoken on him. And that's the other thing that was more, I thought it like
it's an unspoken gag order or something like that.
Yeah, I thought since they took him away from social media, regular media would have kind of hyped him up a little bit more, but it's like that nigga just been like he's fell off the face of the earth.
Well, to be honest with you, or whatever, you literally in the next 4 years, you're literally going to hear a lot of blame being thrown at him consistently too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to see. Yeah, you're literally going to see like CNN and Fox News be like, hey, look, this is the because technically here's the thing, taxes are actually going up next 4 years. You're gonna hear about that.
Yeah.
Like this probably at the end of this year, next year, or whatever. But you're gonna see a lot of blame. You're gonna see a name be thrown out there. But here's the thing: I think news reporters are kind of gonna be real petty to be like they're not gonna necessarily say his name. They're gonna just call him 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna so-called grow some balls now since he's not.
And Trump doesn't even refer to himself as former president. Nope. He refers to himself as the 45th president.
Yep.
That's how petty he is.
Yeah. See, I told you. See, that's why I call him 45. I don't want him to do this shit for play. I know how people roll. I know pettiness. If anybody know petty, it's me.
I think also too, this with all the investigations that's coming to him too, he finally is drinking the Kool-Aid and shutting the fuck up.
Well, yeah. Well, he's scared of New York right now, though.
Right.
New York got him scared of their life. Scared of him than anything. Period. Right now.
His former lawyer said he should, get a designer jumpsuit ready for the shit because.
About that time.
Yeah, it's going down.
See, that's how you know it's real.
Mm-hmm. But once again, at that time, Tony Love, your time to shine. What have we learned?
Oh, we learned a lot. We learned a lot. Texas is not the energy capital it claims to be. Todd King is just an innocent bystander in these streets. Tiger Woods' accident is an indication he needs to sit down, but will he? Meek Mill only has yes friends. Cam shouldn't be fighting with these kids, just send somebody home. NBA All-Star Weekend is going to be a fucking joke. Cryptocurrencies are the future of money. Aquarius are antisocial. Batman has never seen the Knicks play live. I'm wow. And fuck these common folks. Back to you, Batman.
So wait a minute. So the Yankees, where did you see the Yankees play at?
And at the ballpark in Arlington.
And that twice with that nigga.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, three times. Remember?
3 times.
Nick Swisher?
We've been 3 times.
Yeah, Nick Swisher.
Yes. We've been 3 times. So I've been with that nigga 3 times to see him play. So okay, I can't hold him on that one. Nigga had tickets and everything to my son and everything.
You saw Mariano.
Yeah, that so-called dude I call a son went with us and all that too. So yeah, shit real. Yeah, we been several Yankee games.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, they are Yankee games.
They are true Yankee games.
It ain't Rangers games. It's when the Yankees come in town, they take over.
I'm about to say, because the Rangers is definitely they had their brief runs here and there, but yeah, they ain't people don't support them there. I'm surprised they're still there. I think I would have thought they would have been sold and moved by now.
Not really. No, it's a legit fan base. The Ranger fans are legit, but it just when other teams like Yankees, Dodgers,
Red Sox,
when them
I'm saying that
it's a whole different energy.
But I just feel like another city would have been able to pull them in.
Mm-hmm.
Like Miami, for example. I would have thought like the Rangers would have been a team to go there.
Right.
Well, no, technically, the old stadium, right? People just didn't like the old stadium at all.
Right.
It was too hot.
So
with the new stadium, it makes it all better for them to go.
Okay.
Good point.
I saw
I think y'all posted in the chat one day where the location was at and shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I've been to a few Rangers games. And I was like, it's a cool experience, but it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck.
It was hot as fuck in them days, though. We went to night games. We all did the night games. We ain't do none of that day shit.
Oh no, the last night game I went to, it was It went from 93 to 96.
Yep.
That whole night.
Remember, we went.
I mean, I know for the Braves
early
game I've been to.
Yeah,
we went early in the season. We ain't go in the middle of the summer. Those are early in the season games we went to.
Yeah, them Braves in the summer, that shit was hot as fuck. Like it went from like it was like a noon game. It went from like, okay, it's okay out here to motherfucker, how many more? I gotta take these layers off. Like that shit was fucking crazy.
But they do that. The one guy, he said his reason was people will drink, like buy water, which will compensate for the beer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, but the new Ranger Stadium, whatever, man, people be there like all the time now. You got a whole bunch of shit that going on.
It looked good.
In Texas,
I haven't
Live,
been to the new Braves one. I went to the old Braves one.
In Texas Live, in the Texas Live arena area too, where they got all the little bars and stuff like that, kind of makes it more of a experience. You know what I mean?
Not like the Champion Square thing in New Orleans that they have. Like it's a good ambiance type vibe.
The Battery out here in Atlanta.
Yeah, so you know, so everybody trying to do that also. So they gonna make that more convenient and cool atmosphere to have.
Yeah.
But yeah. Go Yankees sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll be in there, man.
Ebbtide King, what you got?
Well, I ain't really got much right now. Like it's cool that I'm on the podcast with y'all because these last 2 weeks has been a drain for me. So I'm just tired, drained, and just getting ready to start another week. I'm keeping it mad simple this week. Nothing major here. Tony Love pretty much, I'm gonna just pick back off of everything Tony Love said. He's really was spot on this week. So I'm just keeping it light and simple. And I guess the only thing I could say is fuck Texas again. As always, they disappoint me over and over. But it's been good, like y'all said, it's been good to me, but it still fucks me over at the same time.
It giveth and it taketh away.
Exactly. So that's why I'll leave it at.
Snitch, aka Spurs fan.
Bring back the brown curtains. You was more happy with it. You know what? Until you go to the Knicks game, don't you talk about no more Knicks ever again, goddamn. And
ain't like I had plenty of opportunities.
I already know who I'm going to sporting games with. Tony Love, and probably.
And you got your company got tickets too. Oh
man, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I remember them days.
So basically, this is the scenario. I stay in North Georgia. So basically, I got to get off work. I got to go drive through downtown traffic and go sit in the nosebleeds. I ain't trying to do that for no crowds and people, man. That ain't what it is. Now, once we start getting these suites, then yes, I will be in the building. Matter of fact, let's send a text out right now. Because we got people in the State Farm now.
Oh, State Farm.
Yeah, that's what it's called now, State Farm Arena.
Well, all I gotta say is, you know, bring back the brown curtains. I ain't never knew y'all two was antisocial, and I'm going to game with Tony Love. He appreciate these things.
Dude, I don't know how you didn't realize I was antisocial. You saw how quickly I came to the game with you at the combo nigga in that box. You should have known I was antisocial because all the script and everything. I said, "Oh, I coming." You said a box. I'm there.
Hey, let me show you how that kind of worked out. Because I was like, "Hey, you gonna come to the game with me, right?" He's like, "I ain't trying to do all that. It's a suite." Oh, hell yeah, I'm coming. I'm like, yeah.
The demeanor changed ASAP, yo. I was all in. Like I said, I ain't doing that common folks shit.
Common folks.
Yeah, nigga, I was out. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to be with the masses.
It didn't kind of make it more interesting because I was just like, all right, I'm about to put on the badge or whatever and walk around. Let's see what happens. He was like, they don't even tell you nothing. They just walk. It just.
Hey, like, I knew we could go through anywhere gracefully. Let's go. I think, nigga, people part like the Red Sea as we walk through. I was all in. Let's just say no more.
Both of these niggas is Martin from Life. Oh, Lawn Boy.
Exactly.
Murder needs some exuberance.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how we roll. We are bougie people, man. We
Hey,
bougie.
Who are you? And how do I know you? I have no idea who the fuck you is.
That sounds like trouble. Anything else, snitch? Anything else you want to snitch upon?
No, nothing or whatever, Hopefully we go to C20 in May. Tony, are you coming? You loan that
Check
bastard?
on that.
No, because I'm gonna be like that following week. I'm gonna be by you, so I doubt it.
Hold up. So ain't gonna be by me. When? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're gonna be. So you driving down here?
Yeah, because I gotta get all his shit. So flying is probably not gonna be an option.
Okay, but yeah, I'll let y'all. So I guess me and Raheem Goodell that we'll link up and figure out which weekend May to do that, and we'll go from there.
I mean, if y'all do it early May, I may be able to do it.
That's what we think about doing. We might do it early May. Then we might do Cinco de Mayo up there instead of enjoying all of the free beer and shit here in Texas. Fuck the bitch assness here and just go up there and make it happen.
Yeah. All right. For me, nothing much really. Like I said, Nick's keeping me satisfied. I'm interested what these quarterbacks gonna do. I think that Tom Brady effect gonna be real. I think it's gonna be a lot of quarterbacks looking around in their locker room like, do I want to put up with this shit for another X amount of years?
Well, he's opened a Pandora's box about control as a quarterback.
Bingo. So remember we were saying, it might have been season 1, but we were saying something about getting that pull for guaranteed contracts. A quarterback has to be the person that sits out because they got the power. This is another example of that power is, Tom Brady pretty much picked his perfect destination. He was a free agent, but it still empowers you, like I said, with Deshaun Watson and Russ having no trade clauses.
And then all of the coaching staff gave him free range to do what he wanted to do.
That too.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, to a certain extent. So, but I mean, because of the fact, but then with him doing what he did, and then with Deshaun coming back, that same offseason to get the no trade clause, the first quarterback to ever get a no trade clause.
Russ got it too, though. That's what I heard. I heard Russ got it too.
Well, shit, Russell got it too. That's why. Okay, so that's why Russ made the 4 choices that he made. Then where he wanted to go if they wanted to trade him.
Oh, so here's my thing with Russ. Didn't he get like stake share in Seattle?
Yeah, he gave his offensive line, his lineman at the time, $12,000 worth of stock, Amazon stock. Nah, he don't have a stake in the team.
I don't think you can do that no more. I don't think professional sports allow that, at least in the States, allow that anymore. Because remember,
right, yeah.
After the Magic Johnson situation.
Yeah, Pat McAfee brought that up too. When he said he used to tell his players on kickoff, I said, I'll give $500 to anybody lay that kick return on his ass. But then he'll kick a touchback. Man, fuck you, man.
Kick that bitch in the You thought you were going to get paid.
The touchback, but he would just give that incentive for him to do what he needed to do. So he was playing with people's emotions, though.
Pure entertainment. Knowing him, knowing what he is now, he was doing that for pure entertainment. But yeah, that's crazy. Other than that, good to see that y'all safe. Y'all know y'all had a rough week. But we back in action.
Yeah.
Which Twink could have been on. Because I had some stuff I want to bring up with him. But we should have a guest next week. Where we'll be talking about top comedians all time. So work on y'all list. Okay. May want to do break it down in categories or something like that. But Should be interesting. Because Ain't Coming to America coming out this week, Friday, right?
March 5th.
Yeah.
Friday. It'll be Friday.
Yep.
So should be a pretty good one. But y'all be good, man. And fuck them Spurs.
All right. Yeah, y'all.
Go see that Knicks game.
I'm working on that right now. I just sent that text message.
Hey, yo, you know what?
I'll see Peyton full. I'll see Peyton.
Hey,
Nigga, we ain't gonna see
I ain't
no
holding my
Peyton.
I'm out. Fuck all y'all. Y'all lies I'm hearing right now.
Go sit with the common people.
I ain't say all that. But yeah, I guarantee you, I'll see the Knicks play sooner than he'll see Peyton full.
That is 100% factual. You know what?
I'll put money on that.
Are we doing a bottle? We doing a bottle on that one?
No, man.
I'll put money on that.
Common folks, get your hand. Gotta share armrest. I have to share armrest.
Exactly. I ain't doing that shit. That's just uncomfortable for me.
Ain't got time for that.
You walking past me? Why?
The people gotta pass me my beer. I can't go grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's coronavirus, man. You got time for
that. Cooley. Yeah, exactly. There's fucking coolies out here in these streets, man. Fuck all that shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll be back next week. Y'all be easy.
All right, yeah.
Nobody cares about the Knicks.